Storytime!
Well, the day's been long and the world's gone wild, so pull up a stool and stay a while. Doc's got a drink and a story to share, with headlines, hot takes, and zero cares. It's Drinks with Doc, where the beer flows free, talking about the world and what it means to be pop culture, sports, and a bit of the news. Just Doc and his thoughts, maybe some brews. So raise your glass and kick off your shoes. It's Drinks with Doc, and we've got nothing to lose.
And hello. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great Saturday evening. It's been a busy week for me. It's probably a good way of putting it. Just crazy week. A lot of projects in motion at work, and it's just the weekend could not come soon enough. Did you ever have, Ray? Did you ever have those type of weeks before?
Plenty of them.
Oh yes, definitely. And of course, not only do we have Ray, we have Mr. Thomas, and we are also tracking some news as things are happening. And so yeah, and here's our first news tracker that's going on.
You know that hee haw giddy up music gets me every time. It make me want to pull up my boots and line dance.
Well, I thought that was just the right music for this particular intro. I wanted something that kind of make it fun sounding. People would, we're just here to be entertaining. We're not going to be talking about anything too serious. We're going to just have fun with it. If I was to choose to play a Bodycam video, it's got to be a Bodycam video that's got some ridiculousness to it, not something too serious. If we're talking a little bit today about boxing and sports in general, but this is also falls in a lot of people's interest too that watches this channel. They do like the legal aspects of stuff, and this particular story, if you're not aware of about it, is Jake Paul has basically said he's going to sue anyone that has been saying that his fights are rigged. So my question has been, if he was to sue, who is he suing? He says anybody.
So whoever publicly says it, because that could be considered slander. Because
it could be, yes.
But the only time it's not libel or slander is if it's an actual fact.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know for sure that his fights are fixed, then it could be. I don't remember if it's libel or slander. I do believe it's slander.
But it's somebody just expressing their opinion, though. So you could sue somebody for expressing their opinion.
It depends on if it affects his livelihood or his personal life in any way, shape, or form. Then it could. Yeah.
And how do you, especially some random guy on Facebook that might put a comment? I believe that
I don't think that he means like that far into it.
I don't think so too. I think the only people he could really go after is anyone that's probably in the industry itself,
like sports writers or other fighters or anybody like that has a decent following on any social media or in the press. If they're just going around willy-nilly saying it and it affects his career, like maybe he loses like the ability to sponsorships, or like people aren't putting him in fights as much or willing to fight him, then that could affect his livelihood and therefore he could sue. Like Johnny Depp sued, what's her name?
Amber Heard. Right, yes, because what she had said did hurt him.
It did. He lost Pirates of the Caribbean. He lost a lot of stuff. So therefore you can sue.
Right.
Anybody just saying it where it doesn't affect his livelihood or any personal matters, no. Then you're just opinion. So
yes, and that's where it comes down to its opinion, and it's not just making a false statement, but knowingly making a false statement with the purpose of hurting the victim in this situation. It's not just making a fall. Yeah,
you're doing it to maliciously hurt them. You're doing it in a malicious nature to cause them to lose livelihood, or maybe their wife divorces them because they believe it, or whatever the case may be. If that person is hurt in any way, shape, or form by what you said publicly, they can sue you.
Well, I mean, that good. Here's a good question about that comment. Long Island auditor or liar is what we'd like to call him. He showed up at that police commissioner's house in now South County, I think it was. Met with his wife and made the comment that what's her comments about the
him having an affair.
Yes. I seriously doubt he has any evidence of an affair. It just seems like,
But if that wife believed it and she left him and she took like half his assets, and then he went and lost his job because, reputation is a lot. He could sue.
Yeah, he could sue. Yes.
But can I ask just a crazy question? Okay, so Long Island all went to this officer's house, and he asked his wife about about an affair.
Right.
What does that have to do with his job? That was mostly like something after his job.
When you're in a position of like authority, like a police officer or a commissioner or anything like that, you're in a position of trust within your community. And things like affairs or financial dishonesty, anything like that, they look at you, the community won't have respect or look at you. They look at you different. It can affect the way the department will say, we don't want people looking negatively on us because you're out here having affairs on, our time and things like that.
What if it wasn't on their time?
Well, it would depend on if they said it affects them and he loses his job because of it.
Right. Yes. So
I highly doubt that he would, but in the unlikely event he did.
It's kind of like this whole mess with Sergeant Faraday that Sean Reyes got himself into with that. He made an allegation that there's some kind of corruption going on.
Yeah.
He still hadn't proven that.
He still hadn't proven that.
And Sergeant Fahey retired, so there's no. Now, if he tries to go get a job in another department, and that department says, "Oh, but in your old department, there were allegations of this financial dishonesty," we'll just call it that. We don't really want to get involved with you or your name.
And that's where, that could be a civil suit, especially if it can be proven that Long Island auditor or liar basically knowingly said something that was not true.
Right.
Yes. So getting back to Jake Paul, I think a lot of reasons why people are harping that his fights are rigged was the whole Tyson Jake Paul fight back in November. That was not a very good fight that a lot of people were hoping for. I saw the fight. I was not very happy with the fight. It was not Mike Tyson of 30 years ago.
Well, man is old.
Yeah, now I'm getting ready to go down that path. And the simple truth was, people who are saying it's rigged because of that, I gotta say, go with what probably makes most sense, and believe. And the thing that makes the most sense is Mike Tyson was 58 or 59 years old at the time of the fight. He probably had not entered a boxing ring for 30 years. He is not the same fighter that he was back in his prime. It's disappointing that he wasn't, and it was, but that's age. That is, Mike Tyson would still probably beat me and Mr. Thomas at the same time. But going against a professional boxer in his prime, no.
I wouldn't dare challenge a boxer at any age. I'm sorry, because they still have that quick jab and that roundhouse. So I'm not challenging a boxer at any age.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Definitely don't challenge that boxer. So that's kind of what I'm saying is the most logical and truthful thing that could hold steady is that Mike Tyson's just an older man, and it was not necessarily a rigged fight. Quite frankly, I think it would hurt Mike Tyson's reputation more by suggesting the fight was rigged than it would hurt Jake Paul. Just in my opinion, I would say.
I think what's bothering him because you have people saying that fights are weird because Jake Paul is not an actual trained boxer. He mostly started boxing because I think from out of charity. Then it went from charity to trying to be a boxer.
Uh-huh.
And I think he's trying to get into the WBL World Boxing League. I think he's trying to get into it, but I don't know if they want to sign him because most of his boxing matches are charity matches, charity events.
Right. And I think he was more of a social media influencer and not necessarily a boxer traditionally. And that's kind of where I think that's kind of where some of that stuff's coming from. I remember his brother is also a professional wrestler in the WWE. And quite frankly, the way I see Jake Paul is the heel in the boxing world, like his brother's a heel in the wrestling world. So
and that's just it. Both of these guys basically are famous from YouTube, from the internet.
So yes,
that's the only reason why they're popular is from YouTube.
Right. I'm personally, I don't think his fights were rigged. I have not, like I said, I've only seen one. But we're in a society that it would take a lot to surprise me. It's probably a fair way of putting it.
That's very true. It takes a lot to surprise you.
Yeah. So if it ever came out that a fight was rigged, where I probably sat there and said I didn't think it was, I wouldn't probably be surprised. Yeah. That being said, Jake Paul. So I did ask ChatGPT about Jake Paul's possibility of lawsuits against anyone that might have say anything negative about him because of the belief that he may or may not have rigged his fights. And I think, Ray, you covered most of the points that they point out. One of them being first thing is the false statement of fact. Is the statement true or not? And that would be first thing. The hurdle that Jake Paul has to do, he's got to prove every fight that he has been in professionally was not rigged. If one fight turns out that was rigged, that's going to destroy his whole case. That's kind of a big order to. So if you had 10 fights, hopefully, and one is shown to be rigged, maybe not necessarily by you, but by someone else, then that might be a whole different story. How it's communicated? Is it communicated like in a small group of people? I think or was it stated as fact or was it stated opinion? Like, I think this. That's an opinion.
You know what? Let me just say this real quick. I think the reason why a lot of people are really why he's going after people that want to sue people because they're saying that his fights are rigged. It's because the way how they, to me, this is just my personal opinion. It's just the way how they come off.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they come off very cocky, very arrogant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you're talking about people that's in professional sports realm of things.
But at least these two are, yes.
And
well, at least I call them the Paul brothers. They both come off very arrogant and very cocky.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't think Logan Paul would ever be a good babyface in the professional wrestling world. It's just his demeanor would not go well in that sense. But yeah. I think that's some of it. I think there's that personal dislike of these guys that might be been laying to it, but I see them as entertainers. So therefore, if they're playing bad guys, let them play bad guys. They're nothing more than entertainers. That being said, if there was actual malice, in other words, they're making the person's making the statement that they know is not true and trying to state it as a fact. There is malice behind that. That is, you're trying to do that, and then Jake Paul has to show there's damages, and that's where a small time person. Okay, this one guy made a comment in a Facebook group that maybe 10 people saw. That didn't cause you damage. What caused you damage is a professional promoter, a professional sportscaster, even someone that's not necessarily a sportscaster, but someone that is famous. Making the comment, like, Piers Morgan he made a comment that stated something on the lines that his fights are disappointing, but he never actually said the words rigged. He just said they were disappointing, which he meant that the quality of the fighters that Jake Paul was fighting was not as good as they should have been.
That's right. That's right. They could, instead of saying rigged or fixed, they could have, like Piers Morgan said, they could have just used the word disappointing.
Right.
They never called it rigged or fixed. They just said disappointing.
Right. Yes. And I can see where he was coming from with that. Which is good. I mean, yes. I was very disappointed with the Mike Tyson fight, but at the same time, I don't believe it was rigged. I believe it was just simply an older man who has not been boxing for 30 years got in the ring for the first time. Well, in 30 years. Yeah, there's going to be cobwebs. There's going to be cobwebs. There's going to be rust with him. I was hoping to see. Hoping to see a little bit of the old Tyson, but unfortunately, that did not happen.
I didn't watch the fight. In a way, I knew something crazy was gonna happen, so I'm like, no, I didn't watch. I'm not gonna watch it. And I was right. Something crazy, because it was supposed to go a certain amount of rounds and only went what, 3, 4 rounds.
Okay, so in closing on this one, we're going to wrap this one up. So, Jake.
Yeah, because I think we lost Ray.
Yeah, I hadn't heard her for a little bit. Ray, if you can give us a thumbs up.
Sorry, okay. I'm here.
We're going to close this up and we're going to jump on the next topic. So, if Jake could sue, but unless our fans got millions of views, so that one fan that's making the comment, if they got millions of views, maybe he has a little grounds to stand on. He's probably just going to keep training. He's going to Jake Paul's probably going to keep fighting, and he's going to keep posting these clips that keep us talking about him. We are talking about the man, and we're not really a boxing fans, but we're talking about him because that's big news. What he did, and if it ever does hit a courtroom, well, let's just say, I'm making popcorn and I'm going to watch it. So, thoughts? Your 2 cents worth?
I already gave mine.
Well, you gave yours.
Well, I look at it, like I said, I look at it like this.
Yeah.
If it's not doing any damage to him personally or doing damage to him financially, if it was me, I'm like, well, they could say whatever what they want. I know my mattress is not rigged or fixed, but it's their opinion.
Right. It is still just their opinion, but still, if there's enough people saying it, it can, and if you can show where there is a loss, I lost revenue because of advertisers dropping you,
and you know what they say about opinions. Opinions doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Just like Georgia Transparency ad roller. It doesn't matter.
It just won't happen. Okay. Well, I will. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
going to say this real quick. Someone contacted me and wanted me to share this with you, Mr. Thomas. Let me just play this message for you. So,
Is it another birthday?
well, it's not a birthday wish, but this individual did want me to play this for you. So let's see.
Hi, Mr. Thomas. I've been waiting for your phone call. I'm looking to talk to you, big boy.
Man, you're going to have to give.
What's the background noise I'm hearing?
I think that is on Mr. Thomas's side.
I'm sitting in a quiet room.
Yeah, I was going to tell you. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
No, I heard that too. I think that came from. I guess that's supposed. I guess that's what. Florida comedy show.
She's not here.
No.
I know, but the voice that he played, that I heard like the Darth Vader breathing like that also.
And Miss Ray, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So the QR code does work.
It does.
Yep. Yeah. I'm playing with all my little toys, trying to get this because I've looked at going back to StreamYard. StreamYard. Yeah, they got promotions in place to get you come back, but problem with this, like if I was to go back to them for monthly, it was only good for 3 months, and I don't want to do that just for 3 months. I just rather work with StreamYard, Restream, and not with StreamYard.
Yeah, Hez said he used Restream for about 10 minutes, and he's like, screw it, because he could not. StreamYard is much better.
Right. It is much better, but yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
What happened?
Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong button. I meant to hit this button.
Oh,
yeah.
Like what happened? He was fine.
Yeah, but we are getting a lot of background noise on your end, Mr. Thomas. So
I don't see how I'm sitting in a quiet room.
How close are you holding the phone to your face?
Yeah.
I'm not holding it close. Do you hear any noise now? Because I'm sitting in a quiet room.
Yeah, now it's great.
Now
it's
great.
Away now. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm sitting here with no TV on, no nothing.
And you sound much better now.
Yeah, there was I
don't know what you did, but you sound much better now.
You sound much gooder.
Oh.
Gooder? Yes.
Gooder. Much gooder. Yes.
Much gooder.
Gooder.
I did not even know that was a word. But
it's not a word.
Well, it's a word that I learned in basic training from my drill sergeant.
Well, I think he got hit in the head too many times.
I guarantee you, if you were there, probably a good portion of people who had served in the Army would probably recognize that phrase. That and moving slower than pond water, or ate up like a soup sandwich.
That makes sense.
I would.
Yeah.
I went to high school and one of my best friends, and he was very country, and he had a country accent, like Doc, but it didn't sound hillbillyish.
He's getting ready to get muted. He's getting ready to get muted here. I'll tell you.
No. Every time he would talk to me. No, he asked me. This one. I was in high school, and I think I was in the 10th grade, and he asked me, did I want to go to McDonald's after school? I said, do I want to go to McDonald's after school? He said, yeah, you want to. I completely stopped and I said, can you spell that word for me?
You want to?
You want to? And he actually spelled it.
He did.
People in the South tend to take like 3 or 4 words and smash them into one word.
Yeah, like fixing to. I'm like, what? Even though I use the word fixing to, I'm like, what am I fixing?
Well,
I'm fixing to go. I'm like, okay.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a Southern lady just say, "Oh, bless your heart"?
Not to me personally.
Yes.
But that does not mean what you think it does.
I grew up around women that all bless his heart or bless his little heart, you know.
That means that like you're a little slow or you weren't smart, about something, and yeah.
Yeah.
It does not mean that they're really blessing your heart or that you're sweet or anything like that. No, 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 no. Don't ever get that said to you because you'll feel stupid.
Well, no, I mean, really seriously, if a Northerner ever hears that, they're just take it as a compliment.
I never did. I knew better.
But unfortunately, the internet kind of messed that up for us, I think.
I remember when we were living in North Carolina and I was serving, and a woman was like, "Where are you from?" And I told her I'm from Chicago. She's like, "Well, bless your heart." I'm like, "Why do you think I'm stupid? Because I'm from Chicago." You know? What? I just looked at her and I was like, I know what that means.
Well,
you know, technically, North Carolina is technically not. It's kind of when you get past South Carolina, the North Carolina, South Carolina, you basically out of the South.
Well, they sure act like
North
they're
Carolina,
from the South. I mean,
see,
North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland. Those mostly the mid-Atlantic states.
Well, I'm going to say you really don't get out of the South until you get very close to DC.
they
So
sure
parts
as heck
of
act like
Virginia,
they were from the South.
So parts of Virginia and in Maryland, yes, you're kind of out of the South. People in North Carolina, they are very, very country unless they're
How
living
would
in a
you
big
even
city.
think that Maryland could possibly be South?
Well,
Maryland is not
It
a
is
southern
not.
state.
it
Maryland
was
is
at one
mostly
time
And
considered Southern.
technically, Rob is correct that those states, North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, are mid-Atlantic states.
Well, yeah, okay, I won't argue that.
Yeah, the Mid-Atlantic territory.
If you know your geography, then yeah.
Yeah, but say that to a South Carolinian
But
that they're not Southern. Oh boy,
right, I said, but they consider themselves from the South, so you
yes.
can't tell them any different.
Mm-hmm.
And who knew that Pennsylvania and Michigan was Midwestern states?
Yeah,
In Illinois, I'm like, I did not know. I thought the Midwest was like in the middle
those
of the
flyover
United States.
states like Nebraska and Missouri and Kansas. That's what I always figured were like Midwestern.
Those sound like very boring
They are.
states.
Yeah,
Drive
they
through
are.
them.
Oh my
Especially,
goodness!
You will go brain dead driving through them.
When my son moved to Seattle, he was talking about when he had to drive through those states. He said they were mind-numbing boring.
Mm-hmm. Especially Kansas. All you see once in a while is a tumbleweed.
Woo, look at there. Tumbleweed. Okay, maybe we'll see another one in 100 miles. Okay.
Dust Bowl states.
Yeah, really. It was so boring. Oh my God. I thought I might just want to just get out and run into the sand and just never come back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It was so boring. Like, kill me. Kill me.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah. I'm going to tell you though, I'm looking forward to some things that's getting ready to come up. We got Labor Day coming up. So by the way, it looks like I may not do a show for the Labor Day weekend. Just because I'm not.
You mean do you know Labor? You know, some people actually think Labor Day is when women go into labor.
Oh my God.
But I am actually traveling to San Francisco first week in November.
Oh.
You mean San Francisco? You mean to tell me you're going to a big liberal city like San
I'm going to try to fix them people.
He's gonna put a
I wish I could
MAGA hat on. He's gonna put a MAGA shirt on.
I wish I would love to see that. I would love to see you in San Francisco.
Actually, Ray, I'm going to wear my Bigfoot hat.
And he's going to get mugged.
I'm going to wear my Bigfoot hat now. I'm going to be talking about how I'm going to talk about how the Sasquatch is all around us.
You're gonna get mugged. You set foot off that airport, you're gonna be like, boom, wallet gone, car gone, everything gone.
No, I'm going to actually use Waymo.
He'll be calling his wife. Can you help me get back home? They robbed me.
Actually, if I call her, it'll be more like, hey, honey, can you come over here because she's going to be next to me. Oh,
good. Then you'll have protection. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Your wife will kick anybody's butt who comes near you with trying to grab you.
Yeah. Oh, I just pass gas and then they'll run away. But
wow, it's deadly, but silent but deadly.
Sometimes it might be very loud and deadly too. So
okay. Anyway, gentlemen.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, but
Okay.
let's get to really what we need to get to, and that would be our video that Mr. Rob sent us today. Now, Rob, I'm going to tell you honest truth, and let me get this maximized.
I watched a live stream, or not a live stream, police body cam footage today that the woman got arrested. She's 21 years old, and she's like, "My titties out."
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
I'm like,
my titties are out.
No, one of them. I think she's like, "My tits out" or something like that. And I about died laughing. I almost peed.
Yeah. So Rob said he had a good one. I said, send it to me because I do want to do. I'm starting to get where I want to do one body cam video. Rob's good about finding ones that's funny or comical or the subjects are you got to laugh at them. Do you?
But this video here, the first one is just your regular body cam video of people being stupid. Because this video is two videos in one. See, the second one will it pissed me off. It's the way how the police handled it.
I think I know which one you're talking about. See, I was a little confused because I thought this was the second one. So when you say it's 2 in 1, okay, all right, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's short videos, but this is the first one.
Okay. All right. So let's
come over here, man. What's going on?
I was recently assaulted.
And do we have audio? I want to make sure you're hearing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear it.
Assaulted, aggravated assault by a deadly weapon, pulled point blank at my Why are you looking at me?
I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Pulling point blank in between my eyeballs. Okay. These boys.
Do you mind just not having your hands in your pockets for me?
Oh, I have nothing in here.
Okay,
We don't have anything. Okay. But
don't put your hands in your pocket, please. Oh, I'll put the other hand in the pocket. I don't have anything. Okay, real.
How much you want to bet? That these are sisters?
Oh, that's a sucker bet.
They look very, very much alike. And yeah. I've watched this already. I watched this particular video already. I already got a opinion of them, but
are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? She seems like a peach.
Yeah, she seems like a Karen.
You know what? Before I say something, you know what? Never mind. Go ahead.
I want to know what you were gonna say.
Go ahead and say it, Rob. Go ahead and say it.
No, because I don't want to get anybody upset.
Can you please just say it?
So when your sister get on your nerves, do you ever tell her to stop being a Karen?
All the time.
Hey, Karen, stop being a Karen.
Do you want to speak to my manager?
You know what? If I was your sister, I'm like, I just go by my middle name.
That's what I told her, but she said she likes her name.
Well, you know what? More power to her.
And she said, I'm not one of those. And she's not. So, I mean, she should. But see, at her work, the funny thing is there's 3 Karens at her work.
Okay. So I can get the clarification of this.
So the
you
first
say there's
one,
3. If you say 3 Karens,
one,
actual Karens, or their names are Karens?
Their names are Karens.
Okay.
So the first one gets to be called Karen. The second one is Karen 2, and my sister's Karen 3, but they call her K.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you really want to go even more funnier with this, you should have her keep saying her name out loud, act like that you can't hear her. And then when you get around a bunch of people, let her scream, my name is Karen! Karen!
She would murder me.
Jesus, Karen, stop being the Karen.
She would have my ass.
Yeah, she probably would. Let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. I'm also speed it up a little bit. So let me slow down just there.
Yeah, but these two right here, they are a peach. You will love them.
Yeah.
Well, I know Ray would. Ray, have you seen this video, Ray?
Okay.
Oh, you would love. You would love.
Okay, let's keep it going. Let's get Ray's initial reaction to it.
These boys just were harassing me down the road. They don't know what we just went through in the last 24 hours.
Okay.
I don't need some boys sitting here
running her off
running
the road,
me off the road.
assaulting us, imitating us.
Okay.
I'm done letting men sit here and think they can do whatever the they want.
Okay.
We'll leave, but this is bullshit. This kid should be off the hockey team. All these boys were shooting pucks at us in there.
They were swinging their sticks.
So let's backtrack to the road. What?
Oh, there was an altercation in the parking lot because they came in here and tried to actually show their dicks, like, haha, bitch. Yeah, you're dumb as fuck. They think they're untouchable, okay?
They tried to cut me off the road.
So her phone was here, she gets home, and it's like, I can't find my phone. We find it, it's here. So I went in to talk to the fucking coach, and I said, you need to treat your fucking boys how to treat a fucking woman. They don't know what it's like to have a fucking gun to their head. I was recently...
Okay, so I'm not making any sense of what they're saying. Who put?
She's just done with men treating her like crap.
Yeah, but she's talking about they put the gun. Someone's putting a gun to her face, and she's like, "These boys don't know how it's like. They don't know what you've been through. They don't know you."
But they're both yelling at this cop. If I were him, I'd be like, "One of you go away, and one of you stay here and talk to me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have to stay here. Sorry. You go talk to him. I'll talk to you, so you can make sense of what's going on. Then the cops compare notes and say, okay, which one's crazy and which one's not, or are they both?
They're both crazy.
They both
seem like they're absolutely nuts.
Are
they the ones that called the police?
Crazy. I think so.
Yeah, they're the ones that called the police.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes, guys. Do you see those eyes?
Crazy eyes.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, she looks like either Glenn Serio or AF8 with a wig on.
Which one? This one, right?
No.
Either one of them.
Crazy eyes looks like AFA. Look at her face. Is she related?
Could be. They
AFA
both
is
crazy.
Josh, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I just want to make sure. Yeah, I can see it.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's do this.
She looks like Spanky. I can see that.
I'm ready.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get even. It's gonna get even crazier.
You guys don't know how you come off.
Men are superior. You want to come up to me?
We'll get the fuck out of here.
What is happening?
Yeah, you're coming off. You're coming off. What the?
What is happening? This cop's like, I just need to know what happened, not how men are. What is happening here?
That's the point. They're supposed to be telling their side of the story, but they're complaining about men.
Yeah.
What the fuck is happening here? Oh my god. Okay, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
No. Yes, we are.
No, we're not. We're
yes,
investigating
we are.
now.
Investigate them.
I gotta talk to both parties. Okay?
Absolutely.
Okay, then we are done here.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we are
Thank
not.
you.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not.
Yes,
we were assaulted.
We're not done here.
Yes, we are.
Stop the fucking yelling.
Go fucking yell at me, bitch.
We're done.
Get my camera.
No. You are not fucking arrested. No. Get your hands off of her. 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 I have a head injury. Get your
Turn on your
hands off
Turn on your
of me.
stomach.
No.
Put your hands behind your back.
You.
Turn on your stomach.
Don't talk to me like that. Fuck you.
Get off of her.
Okay. I mean, we saw she
What
actually
the hell is going on here?
They were getting ready to leave, and the police were like, no, we're investigating.
I saw that. I
think they already had a little bit of information from the inside what was going on too.
Boy, that fat one's putting up a fight.
She sure is.
Which one? They both.
They're very hefty, yeah. But
the one that they threw on the ground.
Yeah, she struck the cop a couple of times.
They both look like two big peanut M&Ms, Ray. I'm like, which?
But they both. I mean, and I love it when they're like, "We're going." No, you're not. We're leaving. No, you're not. Well, you're on arrest. No, you're not.
He's not their emotional punching bag. That's not what he's there for.
No.
Get a therapist.
And you're not leaving until we find out what's going on. You called
Get a
us.
therapist.
Yes, yeah.
For that. I mean,
and right now, they still don't know why they're there.
Exactly.
And
men are.
My question is, what is their relationship?
I think they're sisters. They act like sisters.
I think they're a little bit. I think they're a little bit more than sisters.
Yeah, I don't think they're related by blood, but I do think they are more than just friends.
But they are connected. Got it.
Yes.
Let's just say they're two women. They're two women that like the ride Harleys.
Gotcha.
And they don't like men.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah,
I kind of picked up on that context clue there. That they don't like men very much.
And reason why I believe that is their relationship is because how one was ready to attack the police officers when they were trying to arrest the other.
Well, family members do that too.
Yeah, but this was a lot. But this didn't seem to be a family member like going, don't touch my sister type of thing.
Oh yeah, she never said that. She just said get off of her. Okay, you're right. All right, let's see. See. But you guys watch this, so it's not fair.
I have a fucking head injury! She has a fucking head injury! Stop talking to me and touching me!
Get on your stomach!
No,
Taser! Taser!
Get off of me!
So
get the dart gun.
So this lady's pulling out of there. She doesn't even go in the turn lane before she goes straight across, and I'm going through. And if I did not swerve,
Just stay here, okay?
Taser. Taser.
Help her, please.
Get on your face! Get on your face!
No!
Get on your face! Now! Now!
You! I can't
Do not move!
Wait, she can't breathe!
Oh gosh, why is it every time people get arrested, they can't breathe?
You know what? You wouldn't be able to scream and holler if you couldn't breathe.
Exactly. And I'm going to tell you, I've said this before. I don't think this is going to ever happen to me, but it could. It could happen to anyone. If I ever get arrested, I'm going to make sure I'm screaming, I can't breathe. My arm is hurting. My wrist is hurting. I'm pregnant.
My shoulder's hurting. Yeah, I'm pregnant. Can't cuff me in the front, which if you said that, I hope it's on tape somewhere.
That's exactly why I always say it. So I can get the Bodycam video to show it.
Or make sure you put I got to pee.
I got to pee.
Oh yeah, I got to pee. I'm going to pee in my pants. Yeah.
I'm going to pee in my pants. I'm going to shit in my pants. I'm going to, yeah.
Hey, what's the frauditor name that just recently got arrested? Was it his last name Freeman?
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah, then he started screaming, "I can't breathe!" But they had their knees pinned down his knees, where he's screaming, "I can't breathe." I'm like, they nowhere near his back or his neck.
They always though. Every single one of them yell they can't breathe.
Yeah, and when you hear the other person going, they can't breathe. No, they're breathing fine.
If you can't, you wouldn't be able to holler like that if you couldn't breathe.
If they stop fighting, they will be breathing much better, much normal. See, they're thinking they're going to win. You're not going to win in this situation.
And now she just caught another charge.
Exactly.
I mean, if she stopped tumbling on a well or flopping around like a beached whale,
right?
I was thinking the same thing. If I was going to I'm going to say I'm the host. I got to be somewhat polite.
I was trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice because when she flopped around on the ground, but this is just too easy.
Yeah.
It is. They're making it too easy. So, all right, let's go on.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I can't breathe! Get off of me! Get off of me! I can't breathe!
We're not on you.
So that's something I was about to point out. They're not on her. They're not.
No, they're not.
Yeah. None of them are. They're circling her. They're not on her.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I love a good door slam also.
Oh yeah, that was a good door slam. Because she was getting ready to say she can't breathe. And no, here's the thing. Yes, you can, exactly.
Let's get her on her feet. Roll you to your right, okay?
You guys, I have fucking long-term post-concussion syndrome. You guys don't get it. They fucking assaulted me first.
1, 2, 3.
My car is on all my shit out here. You fucking officer.
We'll get that in a second. We're going this way.
He fucking punched me in my face. You guys are all the same. Fucking jokes. You're a lying bitch. You're a fucking lying bitch. Your partner swung at me first after I was just
In the car.
harassed by a man.
In the car.
You guys. You.
All right. Let's try this again. They start fighting us.
They're fighting.
So what's going on?
So she just.
Yeah.
There's something wrong. What did she do?
So just we'll go back to what happened to you guys.
So she almost smokes me. So she gets next to me, and I'm just like, learn how to drive, you idiot. Because she almost smoked my car,
Right.
and I was obviously mad. So I said,
Were you by yourself at the time?
No, I was with my friend. She's like flipping me off. She's like, I'm gonna f***ing kill you. So I flipped her off, and I'm going to hockey. She's in front of me. So I'm thinking, all right, whatever. She keeps flipping me off in her mirror, and stupidly I regret it, but I kept flipping her off back. Whenever she would flip me off in the mirror, I regret it because obviously.
So it sounds like we got a little road rage incident that really boiled over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was all about, and that was the whole thing. All they had to do was just tell the police officers what happened, and why was they there, and they couldn't do that.
The problem with people like them, though, is they will totally lie to cover their asses.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said, he had a pew pew pointing right at the middle of her head, between her eyes.
She made that. She made that comment, and that was kind of like, okay. And then she said someone else had pointed at a pew pew. I'm like, okay, she's trying to say something happened to her, and these guys are mean to her.
Oh, but you almost caused them to have an accident, so they're going to be a little mad at you.
Yeah. Okay, I got.
So I'm trying to figure out where was they shooting. Because didn't she say they were shooting hockey pucks at them?
The only way that one place that would have happened was inside the rink.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he never mentions anything about that.
All right,
No.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out because we're gonna watch it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And so then she gets in the turn lane to turn into, I think, El Patio, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. So I don't have to worry about her following me. My friend Vince goes, look over, and this lady's parked car. Like, I'm parked right here, but back then, her car's facing mine right like that. And she's like, you don't know what the F I've been through. And immediately I'm like, yep, I'm done. She's walking towards my car. I think she had, like, something in her hand, most likely, like, pepper spray. And I don't want to get pepper sprayed or anything.
She had pepper spray?
I'm 90% sure. She had something in her hands.
Okay.
It was like a wallet or something. Usually you carry pepper spray on a wallet.
Okay.
So I immediately put in drive, get out, go around that side, go out through Genesis, go around, pull into here, and she couldn't get in her car and get there in time. So I thought I was good. And then I am putting my helmet on, getting on the ice. Tyler comes in the locker room, and he goes, they're out here with baseball bats. Do not go out. At that point, I'm getting undressed, and I'm like, call the cops for me. Because I don't want my car getting destroyed. When I was running out here, she said, I'm going to effing shoot you.
Okay.
She's running through the rink yelling at everybody.
Okay, was she on the ice with you?
No.
Yeah, she was inside the rink. So if the hockey pucks was flying at her, that was because she was running out on the rink.
She's the one who said she was going to shoot him.
Yeah.
But they turned it around like these guys pointed a weapon at
You're
her.
gonna shoot them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Right.
Right.
That he aimed it right between my eyes.
Right. They did flat out lie. They were trying to get these guys arrested, and the only thing was, like I said, she did a stupid move. They expressed their opinion of her driving, and she didn't like it, and she expressed her opinion of them, and
because they're men and they don't know what she's been through in the last 24 hours. How are they supposed to know that? They don't know you, lady.
Exactly. And that's kind of where I'm coming from too. Is yeah, you may have had a tough time, and it may be horrible what you've gone through. I don't know if it really truly was horrible, or it's just something horrible in their mind. But if, let's just say, you went through something that was extremely bad, don't take it out on the ground person. Try your darndest not to.
Exactly.
I know sometimes that's easier said than done. But
I've never taken a bad day out on another person on the road.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right. But
and I've had,
you know what? I could actually say this. When I don't think Ray actually took anything out on anybody on the road. But what she does is when she get up in the morning, she comes into the living room where everybody is and says, da 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 da, where's my coffee?
I'm gonna keep that going. I'm gonna keep that playing.
If you went on the ice, you would probably regret it.
Okay. You were technically arrested today for disorderly conduct, disorderly person, misdemeanor civil infraction ticket. Okay.
Awesome.
So you're being released here
For what?
for disorderly person. Okay.
Okay. Did the boys get disorderly for running me off the road?
I didn't speak with the boys. I'm just relaying this one to you. Okay.
Okay. So I'm in trouble, but they're not.
Let me finish. Okay. Emily though was arrested and is going to be lodged for assault police officer for punching me in the head multiple times.
For self-defense.
Okay. So she's gonna be arrested tonight and all that. So we're releasing you with the vehicle. There is your ticket.
So she's going to OCJ or?
Correct. She'll be going to OCJ. But you are actually good to get out of here now.
Okay. So when can I get her?
Once she sees a judge and or magistrate. So it's free. It's 4 o'clock now. Probably not until sometime tomorrow. But you're good to go. Just make sure you go to court within 10 days of today's date. Okay.
Look, she don't even want to get out the car.
Yeah, she doesn't even want to get out of the car. Well, she wants to be with the other one.
So she's contemplating what to do to make sure she gets all the way arrested.
She is thinking. There, you can see the smoke coming out of her ears.
She's stupid. That's the stupidest thing you could do.
Right. And if she want to get arrested, all she got to do when she got out the car, kick the police officer.
Yeah, and in her mind, she's a victim.
Yeah,
they did not do anything wrong. It was already automatically those boys' faults.
Yep.
Step on out and get the show going.
Nope, you're out the fucking house. Not you, I don't know you. Where's all this stuff that was on the ground?
In the car.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm sorry I reacted how I did. I have a brain injury. I couldn't talk for 8 months. I just don't trust any cops.
While one female was given a citation for disorderly conduct, the other was charged with felony aggravated assault on a police officer and obstructing. They are both innocent unless proven guilty.
Felony aggravated assault. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
and then obstructing police.
Well, the video did show that she did hit the police officer.
Oh, I'm not worried about that. I'm just saying that you got a felony because you couldn't control yourself.
Exactly. And all they had to do was stay put. And you know what? Well, I don't know. When she said that she would shoot him, that would probably land into something else. But even then, it might have been just, you know what? You two just go home. Go home. Mm-hmm. We're done.
Basically, what they had to do was just tell their side of the story. Then they were going to listen to the young guy's part, his side of the story, and they had to decide what. Because pretty sure, I believe they probably all they had to do is just do that. I don't even think anybody would have went to jail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
they probably would have just told them both to go home, leave each other alone. We have to come back. Somebody's getting arrested. That's probably what they would have told both of them.
Yeah. Yes, but when they remember though, they were trying to leave when they were told, no, you cannot leave. We are investigating. They wanted to leave, and it's like, no, you're not.
Because of they didn't know what happened yet.
No, they didn't know.
They only got one cops. Yeah, so
they only got one side, and that one side was so freaking confusing that we really didn't know what happened according to them. I don't know what happened.
All they started doing was complaining about men.
Yeah,
and how god awful they are. I mean, get a therapist. It's not what the cop is there for.
Exactly. I mean, this is one of those where you want Joe Friday just say, ma'am, I just need the facts. That's all. Nothing but the facts, ma'am.
But now the video behind this one.
This is the one.
It's the one that really. This the one that really.
Okay.
That pissed me off.
And Ray, I've seen it. Obviously, I've seen it too. So I want to get your opinion on this one. And we'll really break this one down.
In a court of law. But in the next case in Seattle, Washington, the crime actually happens on the court rink. Keep your eyes on this father who enters the ice unwarranted and pushes not one, but two 14-year-old juvenile referees. Officers were called and quickly fined the man in traffic after he left the scene to get the full story from him.
Get your vehicle up, step out for me. Thank you, sir. You are being audio and video recorded. Yeah. Step back to my car, please. Yeah. Any weapons? No. Were you just here with him at the ice rink?
Yes.
Okay. So, like I said, we are recording. Do you know why we're talking to you?
No, you tell me.
No? Okay.
Just stand there for it. Thank you.
Anyone else that matches the description in there?
No.
Before we talk more, I'd like to read you your rights, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes.
Okay. We're here about a disturbance at the Kraken complex. Do you have any first-hand information about what happened? Some type of ice hockey thing?
No.
Okay. Nothing you want to talk to me about? Okay. So this is your opportunity if you do want to talk to us, because we're going to talk to other people involved, witnesses and stuff. Is there anything you want to tell us about what happened in there? Okay. We had a call about an assault, and the person who witnessed the assault described you, and then also described the vehicle as so I have no idea what happened. I wasn't there. It sounds like you were the person who matched the description that was there. Your side of the story would basically give us more understanding about what happened. So can you tell me what happened at the...
Yeah, what happened, my kids playing hockey, and then another kid started punching him.
Okay.
So I came over, and then I grabbed my kid not to play anymore, and I pushed the refs out. I said, you guys have to...
Okay. So we heard what it says, that another kid hit his kid, and for whatever reason he thought he needed to push the referee.
It's hockey.
It's hockey, but it's
and
hockey.
Why are you going and pushing 14-year-olds down like that?
Yes. Was this in defense of your son? It would be the very first question. No, it's not in defense, because the hockey referees were not doing anything to harm your son. In fact, at that moment of time, there was no fight.
I didn't see one, and you just don't go around pushing 14-year-old kids. I don't care what the context is. You just don't push 14-year-old kids to the ground or the ice.
And let me remind, like you just said, let me remind you, like you just said, they're on the ice. When he pushed that 14-year-old kid down, did you see how he grabbed his back?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know he's injured.
Yeah, he has some sort of injury.
And then you get pulled over. You know what you did. And you're going to say, no, I don't know. Why are you lying? Because you know what you did was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. You know what he did was 100% wrong. And it's hockey. Honestly, I never played hockey.
You go to a fight and a hockey game breaks out. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
You got to let your kid.
That's basically what it is.
You got to let your kid fight his own battles out there and let those refs handle it. You don't go out pushing anybody, and then you lie because you know it's wrong.
And if you have a problem with that, with your kids, with fighting, you go. To me, what I would say, go to the coach.
Yeah. And don't
push them. If you don't want your kid, or better yet, if you don't want your child getting beat up or fighting in hockey, pull them out the game. Pull them out the league.
Don't let them be in hockey then, because that's the game.
Yeah.
That is the game.
That is the game. That is how hockey is played. It's a very aggressive sport. It's probably more aggressive.
There's more punches thrown in a hockey game than there is in an actual boxing match. I mean, come on.
And then if you go back and look at the video, they say that the man says it was in
let's not get too far ahead. Let's try to stick with the video.
Okay.
Yeah, I've not seen it yet, so I'm already pissed though.
Yeah.
Start making calls to prevent these issues. So I step in the ice, and I don't know if I'm allowed to step in the ice or not. Okay. Yeah, but I was, just trying to protect my kid and take him out.
Hello.
By the way, you're not allowed to step on the ice. If you're not a player, So I just say
the least of what he did. That is the least of what he did.
Just saying that. And by the way, this is in Seattle, so just
now this lady that's coming up, she's very important.
Okay.
Hi, is that the guy?
Yes, it is. Yeah, he assaulted 2 juvenile referees.
Okay.
Shoved them across the ice violently. One of them has back injury. He's very shaken up.
So I didn't hit
Is your kid with you right now, or
what is it?
Is your kid with you right now?
It's with me. He's there, but I don't want him to get all worried. You know what I mean? Like with the police and all that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I don't know if.
But
he got punched. He got punched multiple times by a player.
Okay.
And I go inside and I say to the referee, "Why you not making these calls? You need to prevent this from happening." That's what I did as a father. If you are a kid, if you are a father, you probably.
No, I totally understand. I understand the instinct there, and I understand. I mean, that's kind of what I'm paid to do is intervene when I see violence going down. That's kind of my job. So I guess when you said that you didn't hit the referee,
I did not hit him. Yeah.
Okay. But you said that you pushed your way into.
I shoved the referees and I said, yeah.
Where was the referee in relation to
the ice? In the ice.
How close was he to the fight itself?
My kid, the referees, everybody was scrambled.
Slow it down some, dog.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, God, it's like the chipmunks. I can't get
everybody there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I make myself into the ice. I don't know if I'm not allowed in the ice or not, but I was going to grab my kid.
What do you think the referee was doing while you
Nothing. They were not doing anything. I'm like, you have to take control of this game. Kids are gonna get hurt, and my kid just got punched.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Well, you can talk here.
Oh, we're gonna talk over here. That's the witness. He says that witnessed him pushed 2 referees violently, and she says one may have a back injury.
I got a clean record, you know, you can look me up.
Sure.
I'm not a troublemaker or anything. I'm just a dad, man.
Gotcha.
You know, my
No.
cat is getting punched, man. I'm just trying to get in there and get my kid out of the place.
I understand your motivation, but I am going to have to write a report on this whole thing. Do you mind if I get your ID?
Yeah. Whatever you need to do is fine. I just want you to.
No worries.
Yeah, I'm not like somebody like, you know, who's looking for fights.
Yeah. And you're saying that you never pushed or shoved or assaulted
The ref,
anyone?
I pushed the ref around to get my kid.
Okay.
But I didn't like punch him.
Okay. He said he pushed the refs around to get to his kid. Those refs were not anywhere near the kids by the looks of that video. Why did he need to push the refs? Just a question.
See, what I saw,
is it a rhetorical question?
What I
I've
saw
been out there.
here, what I saw is him step onto the ice, and the ref started skating towards him, probably to tell him to get off the ice. You're going to ruin their skates, you know, and with your muddy ass shoes, you know.
Right.
So I think they were skating towards him, away from the game that was in progress.
Yeah, but it wasn't no fight, though. If
I
you
didn't
go back and look
see
at
a
the
fight.
video,
I never saw any fight.
it wasn't
There
no
was no
fight.
fight actively going on. If there was a fight, the refs probably already broke it up.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Yeah, it was already broken
I
up.
didn't see a fight.
It wasn't no fight.
Didn't punch him.
Okay.
So I grabbed my kid, take him to the locker room, change, get in the car, go.
Okay. Here's the other thing, though, too, is that you as an adult, kind of having all this information at your disposal and being able to make a better decision, and then also having the size and the strength of an adult going into a child's game, and to protect your son. I understand that, but you also have to understand that everyone who's inside that rink is a child.
I understand. Yeah.
So you using your size and your strength, there's a fine line between.
I see what you're saying.
Even though your reason may be valid, you may want to temper the level at which you go in to protect. Just like I would. I mean, like if I were you know, trying to break up a fight between children, I would not go all out because I am much bigger, much stronger than everyone there.
Yeah.
What timestamp was that where that occurred?
The witness now shows surveillance footage of the man pushing the 2 juvenile referees.
Okay. I'll show you something.
So yeah.
Oh, they were just standing there. They weren't even skating around.
They weren't even looking at him.
There wasn't even a fight.
No.
They wasn't even over there.
It looked like all the players were just skating around. Like there was no fight. They wouldn't have been facing the glass.
Yeah.
And let me remind you now, everybody in that arena, where they was at, in the skating rink, everybody saw this.
Everybody. You have
That's why he left.
everybody.
That's why he left.
So probably at least one parent for each child.
Yeah.
And
when they asked him, where's your son? He's like, he's still back there. So why would you leave your kid back there?
He's running at this point. He knew what he did.
He knew what he did was wrong. Yeah. He knew it. That's why he left.
All right,
and he lied to the police. Yeah.
And let's keep it going.
And one of them's, I guess he's requesting medical aid now. Okay. 8th grade. So yeah, we're gonna. Yep. Thank you. You realize there is video, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. I have to let you know also.
And she's a police officer also.
I'm sorry.
The woman was a police officer.
That lady, yeah, she's a police officer also. The one that she witnessed, you know, that recorded everything. That the lady come walking up. She's a Seattle police department.
I missed that part from the first time I watched the video. So thank you for pointing that out. Thank you.
Yeah, she's an officer. She works with them.
Yeah. All right.
She just off duty.
All right.
Is a child, and that the referee was not anywhere near, as you said, near what was going on in the fight. I just saw some of the video, and the video also shows you going directly towards the referee solely for the reason of pushing him off of his feet, and he lands on his back. A child.
Yeah, I did not know he was a child. Yeah, it wasn't my intention. My intention wasn't to.
And
that act
does not. It does not matter. It does not matter if you did not know the person's a child or not. If it's a 17-year-old that looks like he could be 27, you punch that kid, you're gonna go to jail and you're gonna get charged.
He said he's 14 in 8th grade. Why would you push that child to the point where he's got a back injury now?
And keep in mind, the kid was not even looking at the man.
No, they were both facing the glass.
No,
yeah,
they didn't even see him coming.
Itself was not in defense of your child because the referee was not involved in the assault. The referee was not causing anyone harm at that point.
the thing is, you know, like if
so I understand you say that your intention was to defend your child and to extract your child from the assaults, but the added fact that you go directly towards the referee, again, this is what the video shows, to push him off of his skates onto his back. That's the problem. So, Mr. Here's what's going to happen. The level of injury is going to determine the seriousness of the crime. Right now, as far as I know, no serious bodily harm to him, but I'm not a doctor. If he goes to the hospital and it's determined that he has broken bones or he has a serious bodily injury, that could lead to felony charges. And right now, as it stands, I am going to be documenting this, and right now, I do have probable cause to arrest you. However, it's a misdemeanor right now, and I will leave it up to the prosecutor's office to determine whether or not they're going to file charges against you for assault. So you will likely be getting contacted by the court.
Exactly.
That's
if this happened in Florida, that mofo would be going to jail.
Because these prosecutors, they only prosecute what they think they can win, and I don't know. It's winnable because they got video, but
they got video, they got witnesses, and quite frankly,
they got tons of witnesses.
Yes, and
but it's Washington.
Yeah, it's Washington.
Washington.
And this is a minor. This is a minor that he basically walked up to, who was not paying attention.
And hurt.
Yeah,
he hurt the kid. The kid held him back.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you. I hope the parents go after this man. I hope the parents goes after the police department for not taking this man to jail.
They can only do what they can do. They have to leave it up to the
the officer did say he has the option of arresting him.
He did.
He chose not
to. But he knows from experience that it is still going to be up to the prosecutor whether he arrests this man now or later.
It's still, the way I see it is that if the prosecutor chooses not to prosecute because it's too little of a crime, because the kid, and I put quotations around this, was not hurt or was not seriously hurt. The words that they said was seriously hurt. And you know what? The way I see it is a 14-year-old, and if he had to go to the hospital for any reason, he's hurt.
Yeah, I would consider it serious if he has to go to the hospital.
I think he needs to, quite frankly.
It shouldn't matter if he was seriously hurt or hurt.
He's still 14.
He had no business. He had no business putting his hand on a child.
Don't blame the police because they can only do what they can do. This man knows from experience he's just going to get cut loose, and they might not prosecute it anyway.
No. The reason why I'm saying I'm upset with the police in this video is the way they're trying to explain this when they go back in. Oh, I'm not going to tell you. Well, go ahead and play. You'll see what I'm talking about, bro. You'll see what I'm talking about.
All right, we're going to talk to some other people and get this. Okay.
Thank you.
You're open for an arrest.
Did you not see what?
You saw the video. With all the evidence, he's going to get charged with assault. It doesn't mean we have to book him into jail. Us booking him into jail doesn't further that process along. This is a perfectly acceptable resolution of this. He's going to face legal consequences. We have good video, and we'll figure this all out. Okay, guys?
So the lady cop was actually pissed off about it.
Yeah, she would have arrested him. Yeah. See, that's why she walked off, because she said you didn't see the video. Yeah. The video is evidence enough for her. She would have arrested him.
Exactly. Yes. And here's the thing. And if you were worried about the reliability of the witnesses,
did you hear what the cop said? He's still going to face charges. Mm-hmm. He's just not going to go to jail because it doesn't change the outcome. If it's a misdemeanor, he's still getting charged. It's just he's not going to get hauled to jail for it.
And this is where maybe this guy needs to spend a couple hours in jail at least going through the process.
Right. And I don't think a man like him who would be willing to throw a child onto his feet gives a shit if he spends 2 hours in jail.
Not only one child, two. Children. That was exactly. 2 of them.
But I don't think a man like that who would do something like that would care if he spent a couple hours in jail.
All I know is
it's not going to change him in any way.
This lady officer probably saw the video, and would not probably hesitate to go to the parents of those 14-year-olds and say, "How did the doctor say he's kind of hurt? He's got some injuries." And they'll change.
Oh, it's not over. They're gonna have to.
The doctor doesn't have to. It wouldn't be lying. He sustained some trauma to his back.
I'm sure he did. I'm sure he did.
that could affect his ability to move around the rest of his life.
Yep.
Guess what? That is a serious injury that could be something that's ongoing for the next 70 years for this kid.
All I'm saying is a man like him doesn't care if he spends 2 hours in jail.
And that's why, and that would make it now a felony, and they would put him. They would definitely arrest him, and he would spend more time in prison. So it would put him away for a long time, probably about 2 or 3 years. But still,
no, he'll get probation. It's Washington.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm a little. That's kind of one of those things. I'm frustrated with it because that, in my mind, that guy should have got the bracelets.
He should, yeah, but it's Washington.
Yeah, I know it's Washington.
Because somebody doesn't get booked into jail doesn't mean that a criminal case is not proceeding. Okay, I think it's a very strong criminal case. That's up to a prosecutor. Okay.
As a law enforcement officer witnessing it happen, and I'm reporting it to my fellow colleagues, it's a bit disappointing in that regards. You know, so.
Yeah, she's disappointed.
The coach now shows an officer that.
I'm sorry.
She disappointed. She pissed. She PO'd.
Yeah, she is pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't.
PO'd.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's going to go to her superiors about it. I'm sure that I'm pretty sure there's things that has happened after this. And
I don't think so.
There's probably things happen behind closed doors.
I don't think she went to any superiors. You don't do that when you're a cop.
Look, see now this right here, this the part that really got me because I think the officers are talking to the parents and to the coaches, the parents and the coach. This what really bothered me.
All right, let me watch it.
Surveillance footage again and voices his displeasure at the outcome of this situation.
At the end of the day, he opened a closed door, he entered the ice, and assaulted 2 14-year-olds. Yeah. I hope somebody's headed to his house. Is he in cuffs?
So, here's the thing. We have him identified. We know how to get in contact with him.
If I punch Justin in the face right now in front of you, I would be gone in cuffs.
I would put you in handcuffs for my safety and for yours, and also for Justin's safety. I would investigate what led up to the punch itself. If Justin has a broken nose, now we have a felony assault. And that felony assault will be looked at by the court more seriously than if you shove Justin.
And it's different with a minor.
Right. That's
assault of a minor, that's jail time.
As long as we know who it is.
So he was let go?
Let me finish my investigation first. But right now, as I mentioned to you before, I have basically all this investigation to continue. So.
While officers determined there was probable cause for 2 counts of misdemeanor assault and didn't arrest him, the suspect later took a plea deal, pleading guilty to the assault but avoiding jail time. He was sentenced to 80 hours of community service.
There is a reason police should always arrest people at the scene when they're suspected of an assault. And it's not about making a show, it's about accountability, because if the evidence is there, cuff the person and let them fight it out in court. And I know from personal experience that waiting to arrest someone for a crime that they clearly committed sends the wrong signal. You want to see remorse, hit them with reality now. You want behavioral change, let them feel the cuffs while their adrenaline's still dumping. Because delayed justice breeds entitlement, and it gives offenders time to rewrite their version of the story, and it turns them into some type of misunderstood hero. You give someone space and they'll fill it with denial. But you arrest somebody on the spot while the lights are still flashing and witnesses are still talking, and they get a front row seat to what accountability feels like. Look at the disturbing shift that's happening now and how people interact with each other. And unfortunately, police usually show up to untangle the aftermath. To wrap this up, the same principle shows up in parenting. When a kid breaks something or lashes out, you don't pull them aside 3 days later to talk about it. That's not discipline, that's a history lesson. If a man in his 40s still thinks it's acceptable to storm into a youth sports facility and use physical force to assert control, then the message he misses as a kid needs to be delivered now. Because the law can't be something we schedule, it has to be something we feel.
Come over here, man. What's going on?
Yeah.
Yep, like I told you, 80 hours of community service for pushing 2 14-year-olds, one who got injured, is bullshit.
It is bullshit, and that one pissed me off. And I do agree with what Ray is saying. It is Seattle, but
See I hope their parents went after him. You know,
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. I would have thrown whatever book I can at him personally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My kid had pain and suffering. He had to miss this meeting.
He's traumatized
because of his back.
He's a ref anymore. I mean, yeah.
You know, and if he doesn't have doctor bills, all that.
Sometimes insurance won't even cover that because it's not
it's a crime. It was a commission of a crime.
Yeah, it was in the commission of a crime or it was an accident. They ask you that shit whenever you have a physical injury like that. They send you a form that's like, did you get into an accident? Did you fall at home? I've had to answer those questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the thing is that what bothers me is they was asking this officer simple questions like, okay, did you let him go? He didn't want to tell them yes, he let them go. He went around. Well, let me finish my investigation. No, tell these parents and this coach the truth. Yes, we had to let him go.
Right. Exactly. And here's the thing.
Don't talk around it. Tell them the truth.
Tell them the truth, because if it's you let them go because the policies that your chief makes you follow, then the people that's going to make those policies change is those parents. Enough shit like this happen, you're going to have a city in an uproar to the point that.
And you know who else? And you know who else this pissed off because they say they may call Seattle PD. K-File. K-File watched. I think he did this. I think they did this video Tuesday night or something. And he said, if y'all can find, if he said if you could find out Seattle Police Department, maybe in the name of this police officer, maybe we could give him a hard time.
Well, I do agree with something here about. I do think something needs to be done about that. I think that's what happened here was police officers did not do their job, but did they not do their job because a policy that they're
yes, I think it's because of policy. They know that it's not going to do any good to arrest the guy when it's just going to have the same outcome.
Mm-hmm.
They said the only way they could arrest him was if they had to take him to the hospital and it became a serious injury,
bodily injury,
a serious injury, a bodily injury. Then it became a felony. To me, I'm like, it shouldn't matter. My child is going to the hospital.
It shouldn't matter. What this jackass these are the policies that the government has handed down. The legislature has handed down. In Illinois, there's this thing called no cash bail now.
Yep.
Yes, I've seen a few videos from Illinois. Yeah. I'm like, you mean to tell me people going to jail doing serious things? They just go in, get fingerprinted, booked, and let them go?
Yeah, and they sign an I-bond, or what is called an I-bond in Illinois, and they're out. It's like you have to pretty much you can commit almost any crime except murder. Even DUIs get out on an I-bond the same, like within a few hours. There's no money that exchanges hands. Nobody spends the night in jail. Nothing. I could punch somebody in their face, hurt them, and get out of jail.
And what
type of mess is that?
And the purpose of a bond
is to ensure they go to court.
That they'll return for court. Yes, exactly.
So what are the odds they don't go to court?
That's the thing that's happening now is they're not nobody's showing up for court. Nobody's showing up for court.
And I hope they print out warrants. That push for that policy of no cash bonds is shocked to find out that people are not actually returning to court.
No, they're not. They don't care. They got what they wanted. They got what they wanted.
I hope they print out warrants for their arrest. So if they print out warrants, they're gonna go to jail regardless. Because you have a warrant for your arrest, you didn't go to court.
They have to have the manpower to find all these people, and guess what? They don't have manpower.
Mm-hmm. The manpower. So, quick question for you guys: Lord Pelie, have you guys heard of him?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So he's fairly newish. He's been out for a few months, and he's putting out videos every day. Now I saw this one today, and I said, you know what? This is a worthwhile conversation because it's more not necessarily about the fraud itself. For me, it's more about the leak out of it.
Can you do me a favor before you start the video? Can you say that again? Can you say that again?
Legalities?
No. The way he put out a video today. Can you say that one more time for me?
He put a video out today.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Doc. I just wanted to hear how you said it today. It was just so funny.
And I got to put up some more news stories. Okay. Sorry. I forgot about the news stories. I got to put those back up. All right. So, that being said, this is more about the. This is actually a public middle school that rents out their space. They rent out their space. I guess on Sundays for churches to have service. I know here, I know of 3 or 4 public schools that do that themselves. Kind of have mixed emotions about it, but it comes down to the legal question: who actually is in control of this property? Like a park, you can rent out a park space for a private event within the head enough, in some areas, not all areas, but in some areas. So,
But if it's a church that's renting it out, I don't think they declare it private because
well,
if it's church, it's the First Amendment.
Okay. Here's the best way I can put it. The church owns or controls that property for that time, as long as they're following the school's rules as far as that lease is concerned. And I'm sure that they have the authority during that time of their lease. So let's say the lease is from 7 a.m. Sunday morning to 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon, that they have the authority to tell someone to leave. You are not welcome here.
Right.
That's the question that I would say. Just because, and now this is also a public school, and this is a non-traditional public forum. And during its normal business hours, they're not going to let some stranger walk into school and record kids.
Private forum.
Yeah. Yes. So, but if we transfer this thought over to let's say a public park where a company rents out the park or a section of the park for an event that's solely for themselves, and someone enters that area and starts harassing, the question I would ask: does that staff of that company that rented out that space have the right to tell that person to leave that rented space that they've paid a lease to or paid a rent to? Which I
think they do. I think they do, especially if they're in the park. Let's just, like you just said, using the park as an example. If that company or that church lease part, a certain part of that park, pretty sure they have a permit.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they have the permit. So yes, they have the right to tell you.
Right.
Yeah, it's the
leave
same
that
as
area,
if like a film company is filming on a public street. They have a permit to rent that street from the city for a certain amount of time, and they can block it off. They could tell people to leave. They can have security. Just because it's a private area doesn't mean it doesn't turn into a separate, different type of forum in that area.
You mean it's like
a park is a public forum, but in that like 20 by 80 foot section, let's just say for shits and giggles, is rented by a church group that they're going to have a worship there because it's beautiful out and they just want to do it. Right. That section will then turn into either a limited public forum or private forum, depending on what they want to describe it as.
Right.
You can't just walk through their seating and tell them all that they're morons or whatever.
Right.
They can tell you.
They can tell you to hit rocks.
Yes.
So this is why I'm playing this video, so we can really break down that concept and not so much about the frauditor himself.
The concept is easier when it's a school, because a school is during normal hours a non-public forum.
Exactly. Yes.
When you turn it into renting it out to a church group, they determine what type of forum they're going to have.
Right. So this is where this is what we're going to discuss on a little, and we probably will talk a little bit about the frauditor himself, but primarily the concept.
This frauditor is just creepy.
He is creepy. Yeah, I know. We're going to show why he's creepy here in a little bit. But let's not get too.
All right, I'm just going to watch it.
Yeah. I don't want us to get too ahead. I'm trying to pull Robert back a little bit. He's ready to run off the leash a little bit, so I got to pull him back. And it might be a good idea if I cut the music.
You just assaulted me? I did not. On public property. You just assaulted me. I don't think
so. Public property.
Me. You assaulted me right over there. See, you're touching me again. Get off of me. Okay, now we're going to have to call them. Call them. You touched me twice. The police have been called.
Welcome back, guys. In today's video.
And unfortunately for him, that is just the number of times that someone has actually touched him. Twice. Okay, sorry.
What rights do you have? They have no rights. They have no rights in a school, first of all. And then when it's leased or rented to somebody else, like a church, that's a protected activity.
Yes, and like I said, even if it wasn't a church, let's say it's a private event.
It doesn't mean,
it's still
that
but whoever's paying that lease has the control over that property as long as
and they have
honoring
control over the forum, whether it's a private event or they welcome in the public or whatever, but it's not, they welcome you in to do anything you want. It'd be limited to the activity that's being performed at that time, which is a church worship service.
And if they invite you in and you misbehave, they will tell you.
Exactly, because it's a limited public forum at that point, and it's limited to, because they don't understand what limited means, it's limited to the activity happening in that space and what they say you can do as far as those limitations go.
Now, let's say this school is located in a small community, and the city uses the school for community meetings at night, like on a Monday night. Then that's no longer as limited form. You might still say it's limited, but not as much so.
What is your example again? I'm sorry.
Like, okay, let's just say the city council meets at the school.
Oh, that's a limited public forum because the city council puts forth the agenda.
Right. But still, it's not as limited. They will allow anyone in, and they more likely will allow people.
Don't. Sometimes they're closed. But if they are, let's just say they are allowing anyone in, you can't, and you want to address the council, let's say during public comments. You have to limit your comments to the discussion that is happening at that time.
Right. Exactly. But I'm just saying, but in that situation, that changes that forum a little bit. It's still limited, but it's not as limited as if it was during school hours or during.
You know, before you play the video, I just want to say this one quick. Isn't the oversized headphones a little precious?
Yeah.
It's almost like baby with his first earphone set.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Fisher Price, my first headphones.
Okay, now I wear headphones similar to that, and I'm going to tell you that they work great for when you're working with audio.
Buckle up, guys, because it doesn't get much creepier than this, as this frauditor tries to break into a school and record children while they're holding a church event. Now, this video was sent to me by another viewer, but as I was halfway done with it, I noticed that Fleck Derp had already uploaded a video on this. Of course he did, because he's one of the best out there. He's actually one of my favorite channels out there right now. If you don't know who Flat Derp is, go check out his channel.
He's good
great.
videos
like
also.
I said, he's one of my favorite. He does these great cartoons that are hilarious, and when you're done watching my video, definitely go check out his if you haven't already. And before we get into today's video, Fappa is back in the news, doing what he does best, pepper spraying old men and being a complete weird.
I really wish.
Yeah, that was crazy. He did it again.
Did that?
Fappa.
He did it again.
Sprayed someone else at a dispensary. And these guys are getting quick on that. He's going to mess with someone one day.
You know why? Because they watch other videos that they've seen frauditors get away with it.
Yeah, and he's going to mess with someone one day that just doesn't care if they take the ride.
I want to know what happened in Massachusetts, because when he was getting ready, because that was serious though. He could have went to jail. So I'm not sure if they dismissed his charges or.
I need to go find that video. I hadn't had a chance to do that, so I need to.
What's his name?
Something happened because.
What's his actual name? His government name.
Oh gosh, I always just call him Fappa.
Yeah, I need his government.
It's on his. If you go to his channel and you look on his, because he has a YouTube plat. And you can actually see his name back there. I'm like, he just doxed himself.
All right, what's his actual channel name?
First Amendment Protection Agency or something like that.
Yeah, First Amendment Protection Agency.
Yeah, he's going to be the one that actually destroys the First Amendment. But I'm going to keep this going while Ray's looking at it.
What state did it happen in?
It happened in. He pepper sprayed another elderly guy in Massachusetts. And the guy didn't even touch him.
So Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep this playing.
Give me a few minutes.
He is uploading videos with children shirtless without their parents' permission. His latest video is completely disturbing. Of course, he pepper sprays another old man at a weed dispensary. These kids witness it, who are shirtless for some reason and outside of a marijuana dispensary. I mean, these kids don't even look like they're 13 years old. It's actually really, really Really disturbing that he even uploaded this or left that in the video. But I can't say I'm surprised because the kids thought it was awesome and hilarious that he pepper sprayed an old defenseless man. Of course they did, because they're children, and well, so is he. I did not want to touch this video. There's only so much FAPA I can really handle for my own sanity. But Frauditor did cover this topic and covered what happened in this incident. If you want to see it, go find this video on his channel. It's one of his more recent videos. Before we start the video, I want to thank all my channel members. If you're not a channel member, you should probably become one. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to donate the support to the channel, you can do so at buymeacoffee.com. The link will be down below in the description box.
Nothing really happens, so he's kind of fast forwarding through this part because this guy's being a creep. He's coming up to the windows. He's filming inside the windows. Again, and if this was during school hours, if this was during school hours, that would creep people out to the point that the police would have already been there.
And if you look at it, look in the reflection, the fool is masked up.
Right? Yeah, he's masked up. He is definitely trying to hide his concealment. We're not talking about wearing a mask to protect.
Guys, hang on a second. He doesn't have an about.
Who, FAPA?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me.
I know somebody, I forgot which channel that was covering one of his videos, and Harris was covering it, and I told Harris to go back to it, and I enlarged my screen, and I seen his name. I can't remember I know his name is John something.
Yeah, I do remember John.
Oh, you know what? It was on one of his other court paperworks when he first came out.
Yeah, and I told Harris, I'm like, he just doxed himself because he has his YouTube plaque sitting right there in front of the camera, so everybody knows his name now. Knows his first and last name.
Yeah, well, he's already got
So he basically doxed himself.
He's already got a criminal history. He ran away from South Carolina because it seems like every time he did something in South Carolina, he got arrested.
He went to Massachusetts. And pepper sprayed this older guy when it seemed it was going bad for him. Then he leaves Massachusetts and comes back to South Carolina. I'm like, well, if you out on bail, you're not supposed to leave the state. He was out on bail in Massachusetts. He left Massachusetts and came back to South Carolina.
All right. Can I help you?
No.
Okay, then you can leave.
No.
What are you doing?
What I want on public property.
Yeah?
Yeah. So please step out of my face. Because you don't have the right to be in my face in public property.
That was scare those little kids, especially if you see somebody masked up and with a camera.
And here's the thing: you
trying to scare the kids.
He would scare the kids, but I'm going to go a step further. Kids may not even know if that's a camera or not. They may think it's something else.
Exactly.
It probably would trigger a school lockdown.
Yes, if this was school was in session, yes, it would. Because you have some masked man walking around, you can't see his face, you can't see nothing. Yes, that's a problem. And then some police, well, it is public property, not during school hours. Why do you think school locks their doors now because of fools like this?
Well, they have to. Schools have to protect those kids, and
I remember going to school; they didn't even lock the doors.
You didn't have that kind of problem when I was a kid.
You didn't have that when I was. Yes. Now you got people like this guy. Well, if it's public, I can walk. I'm like, you want to walk into a public school masked up and record people?
I'll say, well, why don't you do that over at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, and let me know how that went.
I'm just trying to.
Better yet, do that recording the bank.
I don't care.
I don't know who you are. I'm
don't care.
Concealing your identity.
Yes, I have the Fourth Amendment right to do so, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. And I also have the right to be on public property.
Yeah.
And there's no privacy within public.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
What I want to do.
What do you want to do?
What I want to do. What are you doing here?
Now we know.
Okay, so the argument he has presented is this is public property. I have the right to be here. Which we already say is a school. No, he does not because it's a limited forum. But okay, let's just say his argument is true. What is going on? But that property has been leased out to the church, which means it's no longer public property. That the school has decided, okay, we're going to rent this space out to this private entity, and they have the control of these grounds during that time of the rent out, while it's rented out. Can you, if you rent a house or apartment, can you trespass somebody from your apartment or house? Yes, you do not have to go through.
Yes,
You do not
can.
have to go through the landlord. But now, as soon as you move away from that home and no longer a resident of that apartment or house,
I got it.
Yeah, you cannot trespass someone from that property. Okay, so you got the actual video of it?
No, I got this guy's an idiot. I went to over a year ago on his posts, and he put a letter of disposition up with his full name on it, full government name, middle name, and everything.
Oh, he's an idiot.
He's so stupid. He is
John
stupid.
Francis Medaglia.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I remember. That's the name I remember on his plaque right there. I'm like, have anybody ever noticed that? That's what I even asked here. Said, have you even noticed that?
And John, I'm going to just say this: you put that information out initially. No one else didn't go out and found it and put it out.
I just say his name out loud.
Well, I mean, like I said, he put it out initially, so that's on him.
Yeah, so, it's the full piece of paper here.
Yeah,
but it's from South Carolina. Where's he from?
South Carolina. That's where he originally is from.
But it was in Massachusetts that he.
Because I think it's almost like he went running away from South Carolina because he was getting himself into trouble almost every other week. So, John, just to let you know, you weren't doxxed by us; you doxxed yourself. Okay.
No, the thing is though, he when he maced that guy in Massachusetts, they arrested him, and he had to go to court because he made a whole series because they would not let him record in the courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what happened between that and now. Let's just say a few months ago. The next few videos, because he disappeared for a little bit. Then next thing you know, he's back in South Carolina doing new videos. And that's what they say, wait a minute, don't you have a court case coming up in Massachusetts and out on bail?
Is it possible?
So how are you in South Carolina?
So is it possible that if he was maybe he went ahead and pled guilty and just served some time and just kept
I don't think he pled.
Oh my God.
No, I don't think he pled guilty.
Where in Massachusetts did this happen?
Oh,
I can't remember. I can't remember. All I know is this guy loved to be outside of marijuana stores.
He does love to be at the dispensary.
Well, I've got it. There's so many courts. I can't
remember where this happened.
And I don't understand why he wants to record people going in and get marijuana. I mean, it's technically speaking, it becomes a HIPAA concern because it's supposed to be for medical reasons. So, and he might. I hear these guys make the argument, well, it's up to them to protect the data. Yeah, it's up to them to protect the information by telling you to leave.
Well, see, the thing is, though, they whole argument, well, I'm on the public sidewalk. I'm on the public sidewalk, which the officers have to tell them, yes, he's on the public sidewalk. Unlike JC News Now, who wasn't on the public sidewalk.
JC News Now could not even figure that one out.
And they kept telling you, this is you on private property. His argument was, well, it's private property open to the public. No, all these people pay rent to one landlord.
And that landlord has told you to leave. But let's keep it. And here's the thing: the officers say, "You go out there on that sidewalk, we won't say a thing to you." They gave JC News an out, and he still didn't want to do it. That's how smart that guy is.
I still don't see what's the point of recording marijuana dispensaries. I'm like, what's the point?
Exactly.
Recording the banks. What's the point? Longest, I'm like, recording. I'm like, you think it's smart recording banks? Just like I said earlier today, you record a bank and that bank get robbed later on that day. Mm-hmm. They're looking for the person that was the suspect when they see in that camera will be the frauditor. because maybe that you recorded that bank because they look as you was casing the bank from the outside.
Right, exactly. And here's the thing: they're targeting the places like the banks. They're targeting the dispensary because they know they're going to trigger a response. The bank manager gets nervous because, you know, especially if that bank has been robbed in the past, they get nervous.
Yes.
The dispensaries, they got a lot of cash on hand. They get nervous. How do they know you're not feeling them to be robbed? And they're not as well protected as banks. They don't have some of the same protections that the banks has.
And then when it's left up to somebody like Fapper, he knows that he's, you know, looking for a confrontation. That's why he does what he do.
Exactly.
And all somebody would just ask him like, well, what are you recording for? Then he gives a smart ass remark. He knows he's looking for a confrontation.
Yeah.
I'm like, you go run up and give a smart remark to the wrong person on the wrong day.
And it's not going to end well. And you think that pepper spray's going to stop them? Some people they're almost immune to that shit.
Okay.
Anyone can't just walk onto a school campus, public or private. That's for the protection of everybody on the campus, most importantly the children, especially a weirdo with a camera. And like I said in the beginning of this video, this school is holding a church event, which means that this school is most likely a private school.
And this is where I have to disagree with them. I don't know how things are like where he's at. I think he's in Louisiana, but I know here we do have public schools that do rent out space to churches, and I've seen it at several states. So, Ray, have you seen something similar in your neck of woods?
No, I've never actually lived where any school has rented out space to anyone.
I would say this has become very prevalent in the last 10 to 15 years. That like I said, I can identify 3 or 4 schools on one end actually very, very close to me that does this. And I mean, I guess it creates revenue for that school to help them to out with some things. But like I said, I got mixed feelings about it because it's also, I don't know if this is actually can become construed as a problem with the First Amendment.
But let me ask you this question:
church and state.
Let me ask you this question: if this school did rent out this, you know, this space to the school, this school did rent out this space to this church, could the church hire or ask the police to be security?
Yeah.
To be, you know, security on.
Well, it depends.
You know, then it becomes private property.
It depends on several things, and I think one of the first things is what's the rules of the school for them? What's the contract of them leasing the space? Can we have private security if we feel it's necessary? Can we have armed security if we feel it's necessary? And the school might say, no, you cannot have armed security. The school might say you can have private security. How about if we hire off-duty police department officers to be our armed security? That might be where they can get police officers in. And a lot of cities, counties do offer that service, off-duty officers working security. Which is a good little means for off-duty officers to make a little extra money. But that being said, it's down to the lease. I mean, at the end of the day, if the church violates that lease, then the school can revoke the terms of their contract. So I'm thinking that there's probably a lot of little things that's probably in that contract that probably would limit what the church can do as far as hiring security.
Right.
School. Public schools don't hold religious events of any kind. So any excuse that he has
but again, he's right. Public school itself, but the school leasing out space on Sunday, it is happening. But yeah, an actual school event that's taking place on school grounds will not have religious events.
He owns the school because he pays taxes or blah, 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 which is all wrong anyways, is irrelevant. Not to mention, as you're going to see soon enough in this video, he's completely masked up. He has a ski mask completely covering his face. So let's say he doesn't have any weird intentions to film children. He's just there to prove a point, prove that he can film the school. And that's it. Why put on a ski mask and cover your face?
And that's a good question because, you know, if I saw someone with a ski mask on walking around at my church, my thoughts are not going, oh, he's just filming us because he can. My thoughts is he's up to something. Yeah.
Exactly. That's. I mean, what they like to say, reason to commit a crime or about to commit a crime.
Yeah, that's.
I'm like, if you got a guy on school property with a ski mask on, of course they're gonna be on high alert. You got some fool walking around the school with a mask on. They don't know if you finna come commit a crime or about to commit a crime. They have every right to call the police.
And you know, it's not just at school, at a church, not just at a school. You know, you walk around and you see someone recording things at the mall, or just walking around fully masked like this guy is, and you're going to see he is fully masked. This is not him wearing a mask to cover his mouth and nose from getting sick. This is a guy wearing a full face mask that he is definitely trying to hide his identity. You saw that around the mall. Your thoughts are this guy's up to something. You're trying to at that point getting way up from him, or if you're one of these guys that's concealed carry, you're probably getting closer to him to take him out if he does something.
Right.
We all know the Frauditor go-to line when this topic is brought up, but we also know why they're doing it, because they want to raise fear. They want to bring fear into people. But the deeper into this video we're going to get, you're going to start to realize that this guy not only doesn't belong on a school campus, he doesn't belong around kids at all.
I am protecting my people.
Okay, can you please get out of my face?
No.
Yes, because you're actually invading my space.
Yeah.
I've asked you twice to move.
Yeah.
That is actually against the law.
I've asked you to leave.
You don't have the right to ask me to leave.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, because it's my Fourth Amendment right.
No, it's not.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. And
yes,
it's not.
They do.
And let's not use this the amendments as rights. This is not a. This is a right to tell someone you don't belong here. You need to leave, and he does have that right because that property is controlled by this church. And if he is a chosen representative of that church, he has that right to say, "You have to go."
Yes, exactly. Even though let's just look at this. Let's look at it like this. If this church rented out this space from the school, yes, they have become renters. So yes, they have the right to tell you to leave.
Yes.
I think right there say that it becomes, somewhat of a then it becomes a private property.
Right. Yes. I mean, how about when you look at things like government housing? With the government housing, that apartment that you're renting out, although it's owned and operated and maintained by a government entity, that is your private property. Someone can't just show up at your home and say, well, this is we the people own it, so therefore I want to come inside and record it. That's not going to happen. Yeah.
I thought about that because I'm like, why don't these frauditors go record people's homes that's on Section 8? Since they claim this about, okay, well, this is government property. No, this is still private property.
It's still private.
Why don't you go to the yes.
Not Fourth.
Yeah.
First Amendment, the right to speak my piece.
Yes, not Fourth.
Second Amendment, to protect myself.
Yes.
And the people that I'm around.
The Fourth is your right to privacy in a private area.
Yeah.
Not from public.
Yeah.
So you're not protecting people from anything.
So, what is your name?
None of your damn business.
Oh, that's a funny name. Mr. Nunn. So.
And at this point, you can get screwed. You want to talk to me that way on public property that I pay for?
You don't pay for anything.
That's how that works right there.
All right, listen up, tough guy. Even if we were to believe the fact that you pay any taxes, this is a private school, which means it's privately funded.
And again, I really have to comment on this. This is not necessarily a private school. It can be a public school. But that argument, throw that argument away. At this point in time, that facility is controlled by that church, which makes it private. And that church has made it a limited public forum.
No, what I think Lord Pelie is saying, I think he's saying that this could be a private school.
Yeah,
he thinks it's a public school, but it's a private school.
But later on in the video, that the other people confirm it is a public school. And that's the one thing I do want to just reiterate that apparently we do have some public schools out there. And like I said, I've seen it personally that do rent out space to churches.
Your taxes wouldn't go towards this school anyway.
You have no authority to tell me to leave my property.
And that's a good point. You know, the schools do get their own taxes billed separately. It's not the state taking out money and some of that money going out to schools. Your school district actually puts millage on your home and property to tax for the schools. I think that's a very good point.
Right.
You want to come out and get in my face, then have some legal standing behind it. Hello.
Okay, but what's the point? I'm like,
well, yeah, that was the point of him recording it.
What's the point of this though? I do not get it. I'm like, he knows it's a church in there. They told him. I'm like, so what's the point of this? Still don't understand this.
I don't understand. Yeah, I mean,
to me, he just want to harass.
Yeah, that's all it is. And I mean, quite frankly, after that first interaction, he didn't want to leave. Okay, call the police. Let's get him out of here. We don't need him here. We see him as a threat. Get him out of here.
Yeah, they could tell the police. Couldn't they tell the police that we see this guy as a threat to us? We don't know what he looked like. He's masked up. We don't know if he has a pew or not. We don't know.
We don't want him here. And here's the thing: police would have to tell him to leave. He can argue all he wants to, but the police would still have to tell him to leave because they don't want him there. And that private entity does not have to have a good reason to tell you to leave. He can say, well, this is a public school. This is this is that. It does not matter. At that point in time, that is church property.
Right. This is just creepy and weird.
It is creepy and weird. It is very creepy and weird. Let's fast forward just a little bit because we don't.
Yeah, because
mask covering.
Of course, it's a fraud. There's a whole bunch of dead air.
It's very concerning how butthurt you are that they won't let you in there to record those children.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see because I want to get where he starts talking to the other people because I don't care what him just recording.
Of course, a fraud are going to have a lot of dead air on their camera, of course.
All right, so that's good.
Get off of me. Okay, now we're going to have to call them. Call them! You touched me twice!
Okay, so, okay. Look at me recording all the cars. Okay, so let's just for... Well, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah. Excuse me. We have kids in here, man.
Good for you.
You just assaulted me? I did not. On public property. You just assaulted me. I don't think so. You just shoulder bumped me. No, I didn't.
Oh, he a big man masked up.
Get off of me. Okay, now we're going to have to call them. Call them! You touched me twice! The police have been called. Actually, you touched me. You touched me coming through there. Oh, it's on camera. You're right, it is on camera. I was standing right there. Yeah, I walked. You stepped in front of me. That's illegal. Touch me. Touch me. You touched me. And you're cussing. Yeah. Freedom of speech, dumb.
And by the way, fighting words is not freedom of speech. And freedom of speech does not mean you get to talk to anyone you want to a private person. So.
No, and First Amendment expose, Dave mentioned that in his latest video, that came out, I think today. Mm-hmm. You know, the guy was in there cursing and getting all loud and saying, "You can't arrest me because it's First Amendment." Nope. Yes, you can be arrested.
Yes,
for that.
Because
that's
cursing is not public speech. You got to realize the First Amendment, freedom of speech, is not meant to be freedom of all speech. It's meant to be we can say anything we want to say about our government. We don't, and we're not going to get punched. Now there's some limitations to that. You can't make threats to public officials because that can get you arrested.
No.
but you can say, I don't agree with a public official doing this. I don't agree with the policies that certain public officials are pushing through. And you're not going to have your local police department knocking on your door 5 minutes later to take you away.
Right. But like they said, they talk about the First Amendment. You can say what you want to say, but you also, with that First Amendment and saying what you want to say, also comes with consequences.
It does. And guys like this is going to get very upset when that consequence is going to be a punch into their face. It's going to happen sooner or later. We're going to hear about someone who one of these guys got in their face, started cursing at them, and you know what? I'll go to jail. But
here's the thing, though. These people, he's talking about the First Amendment. I can say what I want to say. These people is not the government.
They're not, exactly. They're private people.
These are not the government. These are private citizens.
Anyone in that church works for a government entity of any kind at that moment in time. They're not working for the government entity. They are private people. They do.
So if they so basically, if they want to snap back at him because I'm not the government, you're not going to get in my face and say you violate my rights, because I'm not violating your rights. I'm not the government.
I do say that. I will say that the people at this church is doing a lot to restrain themselves, and kudos to them on that. I think I would probably already lost it with him. I would already lost it. Quite frankly, after that first interaction, the police would already been called because he has shown that he's aggressive. He's a nasty individual.
You see, that's it though. He's behind the mask. He's behind the mask, considering his identity. Because if they see who this is actually in public, when he doesn't have his mask on, I believe they will come back at him. That's the only reason why these fools put on these masks or get masked up, because they don't want to be retaliated against the people
they really honestly, that's what it boils down to. This guy, he knows that there will be retaliation, not by the government, but by some regular average citizen who will find out who he is.
I get that these gentlemen are trying to protect these kids, but call the police. You have a complete psychopath having an absolute meltdown because you won't let him in the building to film children. There's red flags all over this video. I mean, this guy is a walking red flag. He should have been arrested the moment he stepped on this campus.
Okay, so like I said, I agree with him 100%. When you had that first interaction and he refused to leave, call the police. If you can't,
he should have been.
In fact, maybe you shouldn't even have
he's masked up.
Even with that, even being masked up might not even require a first interaction. Just go ahead and get the police up here. Let them deal with it.
Because remember, what's the first thing we seen when the video started? A masked up man recording through a window. At what point does that not become, I don't want to use the word voyeurism, but
it's creepy. It becomes creepy.
It's creepy.
And quite frankly, like I said, if this was the school would have already been shut down. The very first teacher or student who saw the masked man looking in the window, boom, locked things down. They would probably rush those kids in the middle of the school. Everything would be locked down. Police would be coming. Police would be responding with AR-15s drawn because they don't know what's going on.
See, but the problem is that if all that was to happen during the school hours and they would have arrested this guy, we know what would happen. They would have dropped all these charges would have been dropped.
All charges.
For some reason, these fraudsters get away with this when something like this, the charges get dropped.
Well, and
then they go back on their channels and saying, "Well, you see how I did that? They dropped all the charges and I got away with it."
You see, and that's why you can't drop the charges. I mean, it's got to be something like, okay, you didn't have a weapon, you didn't have this, but you did cause a commotion. Therefore, we are going to do this. You are going bare minimum get community hours. Keep playing this game, and that community hours will become jail time. So,
right, you see what they did to Lana. Lana still, going, since her excuse is couldn't make it back to trial because it was too far away. So they appealed it. She appealed it. So now the court date is sometime in September because she said, well, it's too far to go back. If I was the judge, I would. Well, if you drove this
If you
far,
would, yeah,
to do all this, what you did, you could come to court.
I would do the same thing. I probably would give them one grace period on that one. Okay. First time's on me. Second time will be on you. You don't come back, we'll add charges. That's simple. You will become a fugitive.
Right.
Doing great protecting these children, but you're waiting too long to get the police on the phone.
What are you videotaping?
What I want.
Really?
Yeah, really. This is public property, right?
Yes and no.
Where's it? No. This is school property paid for by public school tax dollars.
Right. And we have
right.
And
they're inside. Am I inside?
For today.
Am I inside?
No.
Well,
No, exactly.
technically, if it's a Sunday, no.
So that's a good point. It's leased by us for today. That's the big words right there.
Yeah, if we pay if we're leasing it for the day, it's not being paid for by the tax dollars. We're leasing it.
No. And like I said, it's good for the school because they're getting funds for their facilities that it's not in use.
Touching me. You're touching me.
You're touching him.
You're touching me.
Touching him.
You're touching me.
Quite frankly, I think he should be happy that someone's touching him. I don't know why he's whining about that.
Touching him.
You're touching
Did
me.
we lose Ray?
What?
Did we lose Ray?
Ray's there, but Ray.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Here we are. We just trashing this guy and talking about all kinds of stuff, and Ray's being quiet, just saying, "I'll let the boys talk."
You're touching me.
Pushing against me.
You're touching me. You're trying to violate my First Amendment right.
Hey, Ray, would you try?
No, we're
Ray,
not.
Ray, would you try to violate this man?
No.
Okay.
What?
They're not violating his First Amendment right because they're not the government.
Yeah, that's true too. But I had to do that. I'm sorry. But
they're not violating
would
his
you be
First Amendment
touching
right
him?
because they're not the
Would you
government.
be touching him?
No.
So
Ew.
would you say that he should be excited that someone is actually touching him? Why is he getting all upset about it? Okay.
What you cocksuckers want to do? You want to have your First Amendment right to freedom of religion? Why can't I have my First Amendment right?
And again, why is the First Amendment right for? You're to express your feelings toward the government, not toward the church.
Yeah, but they're not the government.
They're not
though.
the government.
That's the whole point.
And I'm not. Am I in the building? Am I in the building?
You're causing trouble.
Am I in the building?
But you're causing trouble.
No, I'm not. You came out here.
I came out here to deliver whatever I came out here to deliver.
And he came out to get in my face.
No, believe me, he would have went
Yes, I
into the
do.
building.
State your business.
I'm doing a story on this church because of a piece of shit pastor that over victim. So I have
So basically, he's trying to accuse the pastor doing something.
the right to be here.
No, you have no right to be here.
Show me the law that says I have no right to be here.
Show me your
And that law would be called trespassing.
show me your credentials.
Who hands them out? Your mom? She didn't last night.
My mom has nothing to do with
You see, that's why I couldn't be there because I really would have went over. I
If
really,
anyone of those men
I
had
probably-
punched him by now, I think the police would turn the other way.
you know what? I would have had to take that ride that day. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I would-
Exactly.
I would have took the. I really would have took the ride that day. They'll say, "Well, you shouldn't have to hit him." Well, he shouldn't have said
You
what he
shouldn't
said.
have said that about mom. Yeah.
I'm like, well, I would have told him. Well, the police would have said, "Well, you shouldn't hit him." I'm like, well, First Amendment rights comes with his First Amendment freedom of speech comes with consequences, and I just gave it to him.
Should have got here sooner. If you didn't want him to hit him, you should have got here sooner.
Exactly. So now, you
And
got
there's
to
nobody
pick.
in the
Now you
federal
got
United States or in the state that hands out a
federal United States. I was just going to say that too. Federal United
This guy
States.
he's making fun of him. He's roasting him a little bit. I do like this second guy better than the first one. First one was just too nice. The first one should have, like I said, after he determined this guy was not going to leave, call the police immediately.
journalist license except for your boss.
Who's my boss? Who do I work for?
Dumb shit. The boss of the journalist that hands out their.
You said my boss.
Yeah, he doesn't even know what he's talking about now. It doesn't make any sense.
I said their boss,
You
dumbass.
said my boss.
Okay.
You said my boss. Oh, okay. Oh.
Why he keep putting mashing the camera up to the
I'll
window?
remove you from the property.
From public property?
It's not
Yes,
public
they can.
property. It's not, even if it's during school hours, it's not public property. It's a limited public forum. And
You know what? That's another thing to think about. What you just said. During school hours is public property, but afterwards, wouldn't it be? If it's afterwards, wouldn't it just be
Yeah, it would be
trespassing?
trespassing because it's not open for business, and it would be
School is
trespassing during school hours because he has no business with the school.
this is just plain out trespassing. Like he doesn't have any business here. I'm like, school is not a
No,
station.
school.
This
Yeah,
might
and
be a
this is
Sunday.
at this point in time, it's actually more private property than public property. So he needs to. He should have been, like I said, after the very first interaction, the police should have been called in.
That I have the right to be on?
Wouldn't be the first time I've seen that happen at a church and or a school.
This ain't a church.
Yeah, it's a church at that moment.
But technically, yes, it's being a church at the moment. Yes.
We are having church today.
This is not a church. This is public property that you guys are leasing the inside of.
You just answered your own stupid
Exactly.
question.
You're leased. Yes, they're leasing the property. Thank you.
You're leasing the property.
Thank you.
You just answered your own stupid question. You're leasing the property, so therefore, it's what?
It's private. That is leased by that church. And like I said, we don't know what the definitions of the contract is. Like how long they got the property for? Is it all day Sunday? Is it just 8 hours of Sunday? Is it 12 hours Sunday? Is it from Saturday night to Sunday night? I don't know, but we know at this particular time, while they're setting up, getting ready for church, it is their property.
And then
What's that?
No, then I think I guess Lord Pelie, he fast forward the video because I think this guy came through the back way, from the back of the school all the way up to the front. So they didn't even know he was on the property till he came around the corner.
Right. Yeah. Yes. That's true because it looked like he was there for a little bit.
He was looking through windows.
Yes, and that's a good point too. About what you made earlier about would this be trespassing? Yes, it would be trespassing because the school. Let's just say the school did not have any events going on. That church was not leasing the property. It was empty. If a police officer or a concerned citizen saw this guy filming inside the school, yeah, he would be.
They would think he was trying to break in.
He would have got a charge for trespassing because he has no need or no reason to be there.
Yes, they would think that he was trying to burglarize.
Yeah, because schools do have expensive equipment inside. Not a lot, but enough to for one guy to steal a laptop or two and spawn it off.
So you know, the boys and girls
schools these days have a lot of twisted stuff.
Club leases the school district, right? I can't be trespassed from there. Yeah, it's obvious. I'm not talking to you.
That makes no difference at all.
Yeah, it does. They lease the property. They can't trespass me. You're leasing the property.
Yes, they can. They have control of the property.
How?
Do you even know what our lease says?
If the church, wait a minute. If the church even was leasing the community center where this fool just said where the Boys and Girls Club do, if the church was leasing the community center, they still have it's permitted. So yes, it's private property. You can't go if they tell you to leave. You need to leave.
Yes, exactly. You misbehave, you're going to be told to leave.
Go against federal law. Your lease can't go against federal rights.
And
your constitutional rights.
Yes, it can. Well, not federal, but
and they're not.
Oh yeah, and I love that this guy's really basically helping us out to make our points so well.
And they're not.
And you are.
No. Have I gone in there and interrupted your church? No.
No, but you're interrupting it out here.
Well,
you're doing it now.
Yeah,
you're interrupting them setting up for church.
Guys.
Yes.
The only thing I can find is a recent from April of 25 decision that he appealed where he sued.
And we're talking about FAPA, right?
Yeah, where he sued the Allendale Police Department and lost, and then he appealed and lost that as well.
And I think Allendale was in South Carolina, but if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that he tried to file that lawsuit because the police chief really was trying, in that particular case, if I remember correctly, the police chief really just wanted him to leave.
Yeah.
And he just kept on pushing it.
He lost his appeal on that. So
yeah,
that's the only thing I can find. I don't find anything in Massachusetts or in. I haven't searched all of South Carolina, but I haven't found any.
I'm glad that he lost.
See, but the thing is, I think what you're talking about there, Ray, I think it was something with the police chief.
Yeah.
And I think was the police, did he resign or was
Police chief
He
had
resigned.
was he
Yeah,
fired?
he had to
The police
resign,
chief
but
resigned not from that, but from a domestic violence issue that arose at his house. So,
but if I remember that,
Yeah,
Fappa was
that's
trying to
right.
make it sound like that it was that from that, but it was not from that.
No, because Fappa went to this man's house. And go another frauditor going onto private property. He went to this man's house, say because he wanted to serve him a lawsuit.
Not a good idea.
So
Don't sit.
not a good idea.
he lost his lawsuit.
Well,
He lost the lawsuit and he lost the appeal.
Never a good idea to serve the paperwork yourself or send someone else that might have a personal grievance with the person that you're serving.
And then he recorded it all. Why is he?
Because
he basically
he's trying to make more money
he
off of it.
basically pulled the early LIA.
Yeah, he's trying to make.
He sat up. Then he sat outside the former police chief's house for a little while just to see if somebody gonna come up. He recorded all of this. He basically recorded himself on private property.
He's recording his crimes.
Like LIA.
Yeah, he's recording his crimes. Way to go, buddy. Johnny, way to go.
So unless there's a way to search, because Massachusetts has so many counties, and there's a district and a superior court, and it's like.
I'm sure if we can find a video that he announces where he's at, or at least what city or county he's in.
Yeah.
But, or maybe we would be able to find the dispensary name. We might be able to search it that way.
Well, there is a Facebook post that tells you he was in Aiken.
Yeah.
And he was in Massachusetts, and they told him in Massachusetts the condition is that he's not supposed to be frauditing there, but that he was, and somebody posted it in the police department. So I looked under that county and I didn't find anything. So unless there's a different way to search or a different criminal docket that I didn't see, it's difficult because they have so many.
Right.
You know.
But maybe that's something we can probably try to tackle next week. Just
he's not even a junior, he's a third. He's John Medaglia the third.
And you know the thing about that is, by him being so arrogant and flippant, he didn't even, I guarantee you, he didn't tell his subscribers any of that.
Oh, no, he's not. He's going to make sure.
I guarantee he didn't tell them that.
Yeah, he's going to make sure he doesn't tell them that.
He did file a lawsuit, but he lost the appeal too in April. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's keep this rolling.
I can peacefully record through the window, and he came out and showed
through the window like a creep
and tried to stop me from.
Yeah, exactly. Everything. The more this guy talks, the more he's really burying himself.
He keep burying himself. Yeah,
he came to creepily record children through a window. Oh my God.
He basically said, "You leased this building." I'm like, you just answered your own question.
Yes, and
so if they're telling you not supposed to be here, you need to leave. You need to leave.
Right here.
He said you're not coming into.
Did I try to come into the church?
Actually, yeah.
No, I never touched the handles.
Up and they don't have the man enough.
You're even shaking. I didn't even touch the handles, you lying sacks.
I guarantee you, he would have tried to win it if they wasn't there.
I think so too.
That's the point. But what's with the mask? What is our Fourth Amendment right? Exactly. My Fourth Amendment right.
It is not the Fourth Amendment right to hide your face.
No, it's not. He's concealing his identity. He knows this is not to protect his Fourth Amendment. He knows it.
No, your Fourth Amendment right has nothing to do with your face. It's not against illegal search and seizure of your face.
See, and how would I put this call if I was calling the police? I've got a masked man here who is acting aggressive, which is true.
And recording children through the window.
Yes. Recording children, acting aggressive. We have asked him to leave, and he refuses to do so. All those things that would be like, maybe police should be like, okay, we need to get there and make sure this guy's not up to no good, and then make him leave.
Yep. Because he is standing on private property.
I have the right to conceal my privacy.
Yes, regardless of who's renting it.
It means probably.
Nope, they can't.
Here's the thing, though. They said they called the police, but throughout the whole video, the police never shows
This
up.
is kind of what bothers me about this one too. Is that if don't know how long he was actually there, but we know he was there for a good bit of time, and the police
Do
didn't
we
show
know
up.
the police
Yeah,
never
never
showed up?
around.
He could have cut off the recording before they came.
Yeah, he could have, and because he does not want to get that recording
Because
of him that
technically,
basically leaves.
he is standing on private property, regardless of who's renting the space out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because like I said, it's just what the school is, a limited forum that there is
It's
no
private property, regardless. A school is not public property.
Okay.
They can't. They can ask. You can deny.
What's the Fourth Amendment say?
I have the right to
No,
have
did you be
privacy of my
trespassing?
papers, person, and things and belongings. Really?
There's
I might wanna read
not.
up on it a little bit more.
Yeah, but I'm saying anything about your face
Yeah,
though.
okay.
You don't
You're
have,
able to
and you
control.
don't have the right to try to conceal your
Really?
identity.
It says the guy with the mask.
Whoopie-doo! I got a mask on, ladies and gentlemen. I know my rights.
Okay, look at that mask. That I'm going to just.
It's not your right to wear a mask. It doesn't say that.
And that mask right there, that he is definitely trying to hide his identity.
Because that alone right there would actually raise the suspicions of the police, thinking you may be about to commit a crime.
Like I said, you see this guy walking around at the mall. You're going to get away
I'm
from him.
leaving the mall.
You're getting away from him, or if you're in Florida and you're concealed carry, you're getting closer. Because if he's up to no good, you're going to take him out.
I'm leaving the mall. Done.
Every last one of the people in that building can say they're in fear of their life because of this guy here with a mask on. They don't know if he has a weapon or
He's
not.
acting aggressive.
So
He's
yes,
acting aggressive.
He's in the wrong.
And he has a mask on. We don't know what he's up to. They have a reasonable that he has created a reasonable fear for these people going to church. This man is actually interfering with other people's First Amendment rights to practice their religion.
Yep.
And this is the same reason that J-Dub Audits was arrested. Back it's a town in South Carolina somewhere that passed, and what is it? It was just on the tip of my tongue. They passed the city ordinance. I think it was a city ordinance because there was so much stuff going on in that town with people wearing the mask. Since COVID was over, they said, okay, if you have your face covered, you can't go into public buildings with your face covered. So he goes into this public building with his face covered, and they told him, well, you need to take off the mask because it's a city ordinance. He put us up this whole argument, and they takes him to jail. He goes to jail. I said, all you had to do was just take the mask off because he was in there trying, you know what Frauditor was doing, public records requests.
Yes.
He thinks it's a big deal.
That was the whole thing.
The way you are acting because you are being stopped from filming children, the very fact that you don't see a problem with this is exactly why you need to be locked up.
Because if you were doing something on the up and up, you wouldn't need to mask yourself.
The way, if I'm doing something on the up and up, or if you, the church, if the church was doing something on the up and up, why wouldn't they care if somebody walked up to the door?
So you do.
It's not somebody. It's you. Okay. That is probably the best way to put it. They would not care. Some random person say, "Hey, I want to record the church service," who comes in and acts, I don't know, like a normal human being, and not trying to hide their identity. They probably would allow it to happen unless they already had problems with that person before, right, Mr. Thomas?
Right. I'm like, these people don't know what this guy's gonna do because you even had some people come in and shoot up churches.
Yes. And and this guy's probably got sycophants who's going to sit there going, "With that church, it's wrong. It's the First Amendment right to practice to be oppressed." No, but the church also
What
has.
story is he doing?
Yeah, the church has the right to practice their religion freely too.
What story is he doing? He said he's doing a story on the pastor. Okay, what story is you doing? Just standing there holding the camera. What's the story?
Here's the thing.
Just standing there holding the camera.
Exactly. If you're doing a story, you're getting your facts and you're not recording stuff. Not like this. You're probably going to get B footage of the pastor and all that kind of stuff, and you'll probably get interview statements. But you're gathering facts. He's not working on a story.
And then he says terms of freedom of the press, what press walk around with their face covered?
None do. Absolutely none do.
That's the point.
Realize that the pastor in question no longer works here.
No.
Oh, so that's a good point. The pastor's gone. So therefore, you're wanting to record that church is not there. You don't need to be there. If you want to interview people that might be associated with it or might know more about it, you might want to talk to them, I don't know, a little nicer.
You didn't know that?
You didn't have to tell them that.
I haven't tried to talk to anybody.
Been going for about a year, man.
Yeah.
No, true that. It's been going for
Okay. Thank you for letting me have that information. But that's all I was doing until that gentleman
But
came out
yeah,
and shouldered
they
me.
didn't even have to tell them that.
They told him, okay, he's been gone for a year. All right, there you go. Your story's now over with us. Leave. You don't need to be here now.
And I wasn't even right here when he did. If he would have came out and said, "Hey, sir, you have a camera? We have kids right side the door," I would have took off. He came out.
Oh no, you wouldn't.
No,
you wouldn't.
that's why he said that he already told you that. Everybody told you that, and you didn't leave.
It's been polite to me.
I just did.
With an attitude.
It doesn't matter. Does not matter. Does not matter. You already been aggressive. Yeah, you're gonna get a little bit of attitude. I'm getting to the point that this guy is now one of the ones I really wish I can reach through the computer, through the internet, and punch him in the face.
Telling me to step off with somebody else that's already pushed on me and already touched me. You think that's going to go well?
Again, man, why are you getting mad that someone touched you? I know that people don't touch you on a very regular basis. Certainly not women.
I don't care how that goes.
Exactly, and I don't give a fuck what your feelings or your opinion is. Or exactly, whatever.
Oh, by the way, that last
camera against the window.
Hang on. By the way, that last comment I made, that's called satire. See, I'm making fun of you because you're acting a certain way. I'm sorry, bones pressed. You're acting like a toddler who's not getting his way. And quite frankly, yeah, I can see that you try to ask girls out and they laugh in your face. So you should be happy these people are touching you.
That's the name of this fraud, J Bones Press.
No bones pressed. It's right there on the screen.
No bones pressed.
It's right there on the screen.
I told you why I was here. And I don't like being touched.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't like being touched. Well, he probably touches himself.
Why'd you step in front of me?
Why did you touch me?
Why'd you step in front of my path? That's illegal.
No, it isn't.
It's not.
What? Are you serious?
Oh, this guy's quoting all kinds of laws, a whole video. So
you wouldn't be able to go to the grocery store without getting arrested. I mean, you walk in front of people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
One's right to travel is not illegal.
Man, no. Okay, so
you might want to go look up.
They're laughing at him. They're like, "Oh my God, this dude's an idiot."
Oh, dude, I'm out. You know what a waste of time. Absolutely.
Yeah, case law wins over stupidity.
Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know what to say on that one.
What case law? What is he talking about?
Yeah, what case law is he?
Tell me which case law you're talking about.
Right.
And I will look it up. Come on. Give me the statute.
And it wins over stupidity, but the only stupid person I've seen so far is the guy wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
You can't walk in front of somebody. It's illegal.
Uh-huh.
A frauditor trying to audit a school. You know where I stand on this. It's completely crossing the line, and it needs to be stopped. There should be a lot of new laws put in place for frauditors and grifters and people who are just professional harassers. But this is way too far, and these frauditors need to be locked up if they go anywhere near a school with no business being there just to record children or just to prove that they simply can. Thanks for watching, guys. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
And I will say this too. Laura Pelie kind of sums it up nicely. I think what he said there was great. And as far as, yes, they go on school property. They need to be going to jail. They need to be processed for trespassing, and they need to serve some time in jail after conviction. These prosecutors should not be backing down. They should be going forward with it. And quite frankly, what defense are you going to offer? You did it. You're going to get tried. You're found guilty. You're going to get some time. You're going to probably spend a couple of weeks in jail. Hey, if you're local, they might be nice and let you do it on the weekends so you don't miss any of your full-time job if you have a full-time job. Most of these guys don't, so it doesn't matter. But but yes, they got to start seeing some jail time, especially when they're going to schools try and record kids. They might say, "I'm not trying to record kids." Doesn't
then why
matter.
are you there?
Yeah, well,
Why
doesn't
are you
matter.
there?
Yeah. Once you're told,
what
you're
is
not
in a school, kids?
Yeah. And police, you know, if a police officer responds to these things, don't try to reason with these guys. Do what a lot of officers are starting to do. Sir, will you leave? No. Sir, you will leave now.
Under threat of arrest, I will.
Sir, at this time you're under arrest. I mean, there. You don't even say under direct. I mean, nope. You've been.
They say it. They say, "I'll leave under threat of arrest."
Yeah, but see, I think this is just going to be 3 strikes. The first one is, I'm going to ask you nicely, sir, will you please leave? No, sir, sir. And I might add that if the officer wants to say, sir, if you do not leave, I will arrest you. And if the next words is not goodbye,
that's what they want.
It's him starting mouthing off again. Boom, handcuffs going on. You had opportunity. Sorry.
See, that's what they want the police to say. They think if they get the police on camera saying that I'm going to arrest you, they think that will, no. What JC News now like to say, I need for you to tell me under the threat of arrest.
Because then I'll put paper on you. I put paper on you.
I paper on you.
Put paper
I put
on you.
paper on you.
He said that's all I need. I'm like, you really think that's going to help you win the case in court? It's just going to make you look even more dumb because the police asked you to leave, you didn't leave, so therefore you now trespassing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, now you're trespassing. Now you got to go.
I'm gonna own your pension. I'm gonna put paper on you.
And he's really, the thing is now with JC News, he even said that he's trying not to get arrested because his mom told him if he get arrested one more time, she was not going to bail him out.
Though.
Well, look like he's sitting in jail again.
Here's the thing: the dude's almost 60 years old. He still lives with his mama. This is a guy that really has never made it.
He's winning at life.
Yeah,
it's very much winning at life.
And then I think it all's done because remember, he even. I even pointed out, I'm like, didn't he just dox his mom? I'm like, because you know what type of car she drives, then you seen the tag. He recorded her tag.
You know what?
So we know what type of car she drives. So I think one time he got arrested and got a car towed. I think that's what did it.
What I think when they do that, when they dox like a license plate of their own, they're hoping somebody will find the information and put it out there so then they can be like, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna put paper on you. You doxed my mama. Like.
Well, you recorded it and put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube. So you doxed.
But they don't look at what they do.
Oh, I love it when these guys that they start live streaming an event and an officer refers to them by a name and they're going, "What? You doxing me?" No. That is not a doxing.
I'm calling you by your government name. It's just
But even then, what makes doxing? How can a person be doxed? If someone
ask Stephen Kelly that.
Ask someone if someone puts your private information, publish it on the internet. Who is publishing that information on the internet? They are. So if a police officer say, "Mr. John Smith of 123 Main Street in Anytown, USA," got news for you.
You don't have to. You can edit that out of your video or just not post it. Like New York audits, when the cop was like, "You're a pedophile," and he's like, "I'm going to sue you for slander." Blah blah blah. Well, you're the one that put that on the internet. You didn't have to post the video, or you could have edited that out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not.
He didn't post it. You did.
Exactly.
New York Artist is the one that had those loudmouth girlfriend.
Yes,
right?
And he was standing outside of the cop station with the signs were like fuck the police and stuff. And the cop was like, "Well, I know you're a pedophile," and he's like, I'm gonna sue you with slander." And he's like, "No, it's not," because he's the one that posted the video.
It's public record,
right?
Yeah, and he's the one that posted the video.
Yeah, and then pretty sure you can find out if he is, let's just say he is a
You could
pedophile.
find it out.
It's public record.
But
here's the thing.
Yeah,
Was
because
he convicted of?
don't you supposed to register?
Well, the thing is, I don't think that it's like. I think the cops know about it, but like we can't find the information yet.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
Because the cop told him to stop touching little boys.
Mm-hmm.
He was such a little. You know what?
That's what the cop said in the video, and then he posted the video. He didn't have to post that video.
Well,
He
I've
didn't
said
have
it
to
before.
do that.
I've said it before. Even with Chris Ryder, he posted a video of him getting stuck in an elevator, and somehow he thinks showed how smart he was. And it's like, no, Chris, it showed how stupid you are, and you still.
He was getting ready to sue them because he think they
they did it on
they was
purpose.
holding him in the camera.
Yeah, and they did it on purpose.
Oh,
and I criticize him for that. It was one of those things like, dude, okay, can I see someone getting in an elevator and getting stuck like that? Yes, but your reaction afterwards.
There was a clear card reader right next to the buttons.
Okay, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit. I can see myself not paying attention. I can see myself not paying attention to the world, looking at my phone, going into the elevator and hit the button and realize I'm not going down and realize I'm stuck. Now, what I would do at that point is, I don't know, maybe pick up my phone and call somebody, or pick up or push the call button and say, I'm kind of stuck. What I wouldn't be doing is I'm going to be suing because this is false imprisonment. This is that. This is this. This is that. No. I wouldn't be accusing anyone of locking myself in the elevator.
But you wouldn't record it and then put it on the internet so you could get called stupid for the rest of time either.
Exactly. Can I see myself getting on the elevator? Yes. Would that have been stupid on my part? Yes. But like I said,
I can kind of see you doing it too, but that's neither here nor there.
But I can see Robert doing it. I can see.
I don't think I can see Robert doing that.
Maybe Robert. I can see myself doing it because I'm watching I'm looking at something on the phone.
I think Robert knows to be aware of his surroundings and what's going on, and
of course, I am smarter than the average frauditor.
But see, here's the thing: I'm trusting the security keeping me safe.
But see, here's Doc telling us he's not smarter than the dumbest frauditor.
I am smarter than the dumbest frauditor because I wouldn't.
Are you? Because you said you would do the same thing.
I can see it happening. I can see it happening. Not paying attention to what you do. What's going on.
You are totally dissing yourself right now.
I don't care.
Comparing yourself to dumbwaiter and saying you would.
I'm just saying I can see that even some of the most intelligent people
you comparing yourself,
not paying attention to what they're doing.
You comparing yourself to dumbwaiter. You know how far down that is.
Yeah, and he's doing it in the same manner on a live stream, telling people that he would go ahead and do the same thing as dumbwaiter.
No, I said I could see that happening, but I would not panic. I would not record myself. I would be like,
no, but you're basically telling people on a live stream that you.
Well, I can see that happening. I can see that happening to a lot of different people. I bet you it has happened more times than not at that particular building.
But people don't. They leave it. They take it to their grave. That happens. They don't.
I'm saying I wouldn't record it. I wouldn't certainly be screaming and hollering. I might.
Don't you know if I done something that stupid, I would not let nobody know.
No,
don't worry.
And I wouldn't sit on a live stream and say I could see myself doing that.
I could see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see the situation where it would occur with me. I might be paying attention to something on the phone, may not even realizing that it had a card reader.
Yeah, but you would eventually look up, and you would see that there was a card reader there.
And at that point, I would realize, card reader. But how quickly would I realize that?
I don't know, because there's signs that were saying employees only, and
and now I will admit I'm a little bit more. I will probably see the signs and that kind of thing. I would not be just on my phone, but I could see
there were clues that he shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, there were clues, including the one that says the elevators are card access.
Plus, how many times has those two idiots been to that courthouse harassing people?
Oh, before then,
Oh my
at
God.
least 2 or 3 times that they mentioned in that
You're
video
gonna
alone.
tell me that man didn't know that elevator was
He knew.
employee only?
He knew. He was trying to create a video.
Exactly. He's trying to create a lawsuit, a video, and everything he could.
Now, can I ask y'all a question? Can I ask y'all a question? These two idiots done been to this courthouse so many times, done been arrested in that courthouse so many times, harassing people. Why wasn't they ever trespassed in that courthouse? And only be there when you actually there to conduct.
They were, but then they went around with eventually they were, and then they had to go and make an appointment, and they had to go, somebody had to escort them. But at that point, they had been there a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
They had been all over that building a lot of times. And I'm sorry, you cannot pay me to convince me that man didn't already know that elevator was off limits to him.
Yeah, I do believe he knew, and it was all a game with him to.
It was a setup, yeah.
Yeah.
And then what about his? Well, is that his girlfriend or his wife?
Girlfriend. They're just girlfriend. Yeah, they're not married.
They're just stacking up. That's all.
And the thing is with her, I don't think she's too bright either.
She follows him like a puppy. How bright can she be?
Here's the thing: as soon as he goes to prison, she'll find herself a new boyfriend. I do believe that. She already has that case history. She already has that case history, so I believe that's what is going to happen.
Of course.
So.
Yeah. And then she'll align herself with that person's beliefs. You know, she's one of them. She doesn't think for herself.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you, and no one that's in that kind of crowd, tyrants beware. I don't know who he's trying to develop a relationship with. Is it her or is it him? Or is he just trying to be part of a little weird trouble or something?
He wants to be their lapdog. That's what he wants. He wants to fetch their paper and chew on a bone.
Well, yeah.
That dude just sounds so creepy.
He's the one that would probably people would probably call the police on if he showed up wearing a mask out of school. Faster.
He doesn't need a mask. They would just call the cops anyway. I mean,
yeah.
Do he really talk like that, or he uses some type of AI?
No, he really does talk.
He really does talk like that.
But here's the thing: would you use that AI voice if you had that option?
No,
he really should.
No. If you're saying that voice that he has now is AI, why would you pick that as your voice?
Exactly. Come on.
It's you know from the little bit of stuff that I did see from him, he sounds just creepy. And he keep using the V for Vendetta movie sequence over and over again. I'm like, it's so creepy.
Yeah, it is creepy. And he's a weird little guy who sits there and
I don't know. I picture him as some like 600-pound dude with Cheeto dust all over his chest and sitting in his mom's basement.
Well, he did actually put his face on the camera. He still insists that was not him, which is how stupid he is. I mean, he had done that on the for public safety live stream. People have his face. They know who he is. He is still saying, well, I'm going to sue them if they keep on saying that I'm so-and-so. It's like, dude, you're the one who revealed yourself. Dude, you're the one.
These people, as a whole, are the most litigious people in the United States.
Thank goodness they're stupid, too. I mean, seriously. Because if they were actually,
they are
seriously stupid.
They think they're smart. They think they're smart, but they're stupid as hell.
Does he still have his channel?
You know, I haven't even seen or heard anything from him lately.
Don't know.
Yeah, but I
don't care.
My guess is that
the last thing I heard about him is that he was, I guess he was trying to go after K-Far, and K-Far kind of nipped that in the bud. So
yeah.
That was I haven't heard nothing else about it.
Yeah, I got a personal grievance against that dude too. So.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And
I'm surprised you didn't how JC News now say drop papers on them.
Yeah, well, you know what? Why would I get from it? Absolutely jack shit. It would have been wasting
Going to
money.
attach himself to his pension. If he's got a boat, you're going to have a boat. You're going to have his house.
The only thing I could do is destroy his life, because one of the things he bragged about was doing his videos while he's at work. I would have used all that evidence, and if he had posted those comments about me and that to at Toyota, if he did that at Toyota, I would have turned around and sued Toyota. That would be the only way I could collect some money, if it came from the Toyota's IP address.
But in a way, for what he did to you, Doc, that was kind of defamation of character.
It was defamation of character. His goal was to destroy my channel.
I mean, it was for defamation of character. I'm like, he defamed you. I would, you legally could have went after
Legally,
him.
I could have, but and if at bare minimum I could get legal expenses, I would never get the money from him. He doesn't have any money, so it would cost me more to go after him to collect the evidence I would need to burn him. So,
well, he has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, but
all
that, we don't know how much
monetized. Is he monetized?
Even if he is monetized, he's not drawing enough videos to.
Yeah. So why would you want his stupid, stinky YouTube channel?
Exactly. Only thing I could do is just make him shut down his YouTube channel and make him publicly apologize. But even then, I would still be out tens of thousands of dollars going after him. So
then he opens up a new YouTube channel and goes about his business.
Right.
What did you really win?
Well,
and then it also takes it also creates an opportunity for him to dox me, because I had to reveal who I am to him.
Well, in a way, you couldn't you also put in like a what is it? Like some type of caveat that saying he couldn't start a new YouTube channel.
Doesn't mean that he will listen. He'll just do it under a different name.
Yeah, it'd be one of those things like, okay, let's say that one of the things that with the lawsuit, I'll make sure that it gets put in, and we serve him with papers, and one of the orders is he cannot talk about this case to anyone but his attorney. And then next thing you know, he's posting all kinds of information about the lawsuit, about me, and all that. He doesn't care. He would not care. And, obviously I would be filing the suit from Florida, and the Florida judge probably would not be able to bring charges against him because he's in Mississippi.
See, and that's another good thing. This DMCA lawyer. Okay, how are you suing people? But you saying that you based out in Thailand?
Because he's filing federal suits.
Filing federal suits, but that's a good question. I mean, I have a question about why is that particular individual in Thailand and not in California, since his bar license.
He's probably a passport bro.
So the thing is that all I know is he is suing First Amendment. I mean, First Amendment expose. I know he's suing him. And he said he had 7 more lawsuits. So who all is he suing? Is
Frauditor Troll.
Frauditor Troll.
Yeah, Frauditor Troll is one of them. And here's the thing: the way he's acting, though, especially toward Will.
He has said some nasty stuff about Will.
Yeah, he has.
Some of it sound like he done came out downright racist. Though.
Exactly. It may actually that would probably actually cause him to lose his bar license if he's
all right. I have a question. I have to ask this. Do we know for certain that happened? That he's been insulting Will and Will's wife?
I've seen the post, but not actually on that particular channel. So, I mean, I'm not. Of course, I've been busier as all get out.
Right, but I have a reason why I'm asking that.
I know why you're asking that.
Okay.
I do know why you're asking that.
Because he faked being somebody else before to insult me. So I don't really automatically buy him saying things anymore.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
We can talk about it offline. So
there's nobody in here that would.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about offline.
Which should be soon, right? Because it's been almost 3
Yeah,
hours.
because all three
it's almost
topics
3
that I
hours.
want to cover today, I think we did really well. We actually stayed on course on this time, which was awesome, to my standards. Because how many times would we get off the rail on my channel?
Almost all the time.
Almost all the time.
I mean, because when we go on Heads' live stream, we go completely off the rails. Probably the first few minutes that we get on there, we try to stay on it, but we go right off.
Well, I'm kind of happy that I kept the whole Jake Paul segment short because I don't really have too much to offer other than just say, hey, if he does sue people, he's probably going to lose more than gain. Just probably going to hurt him more reputationally.
Nobody has harmed him.
Exactly.
So it's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's more of like
look at how many people are talking about it, and he got in the news and made an
Oh yeah, and I think that in the day that's really what he was trying to do.
Yeah,
and that was an opinion. I didn't state it as a fact.
No,
okay.
But it's true. It's true. Even bad publicity is still good publicity. They don't.
I mean, this is like I said earlier. It's an opinion, and opinions don't matter. Just like Georgia Transparency Thigh Master. So it doesn't matter. There's some people have to, it's opinions. Everybody has one.
They're like, yeah.
I mean, opinions doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Not matter.
Opinions doesn't matter. Just like a hooker's name, it does not matter.
When it starts to matter is if it professionally hurts you. Where you like with Johnny Depp, that's the only way that you can possibly sue, and it's extremely hard to prove that what you said is the reason why that happened. It's really hard to prove it. So a lot of people just don't sue unless you are Johnny Depp and you lost hundreds of millions from contracts.
Yeah, he lost the Pirate of the Caribbean. Right. Yes, I understand why he sued her. This dude want to sue people because if they say that his fights are rigged,
he won't be able to prove that comment by some idiot is directly responsible for him losing a couple of bucks here and there on fights. He can't prove that.
No,
it's
can't.
Just not
right.
It's extremely hard to prove.
That's why I say. That's why I say he should just suck it up as an opinion and keep going. Yeah. A lot of people gonna have opinions on
right, but the thing is, he got what he wanted because he's in the newspapers. We spent time talking about it, and we're nobodies. Imagine.
Right. Yeah, we spent half an hour.
Excuse me.
Well, we're nobody in the bigger realm of things.
But you know what I'm saying? He got what he wanted. He got publicity because he went to an extreme on that. So.
Yeah. He went to stream. He got what he wanted, and you know what? It accomplished. If that was his goal, he accomplished it. And hey, great, you got a little bit more press out of it.
Sometimes it's good to be the controversial person.
And I think that's what him and his brother is good at. And you know what? Kudos to them. Continue playing that role. I'm not criticizing when I say that. I do think that's what he's doing. He's playing a role, and
but his brother was quiet though when all that negative news, all that negative stuff was in the news probably a few months ago about Logan Paul. See, they didn't want to talk. They don't want to talk about that, right. But they want to talk about if somebody has an opinion and say that his boxing matches are fixed and rigged, but they don't want to talk about all of the negative stuff that Logan Paul have done. That's the reason why the WWF told him, okay, we need to cut you loose for a little bit to all this blow over. And that's what they did for a few months.
There's good publicity from negative, and then there's negative that they don't want to be associated with.
Right.
Him saying he's going to sue people isn't going to use that
it did create for him. It's not going to do him any good. Now, and if he actually did file a lawsuit, I think it would cost him more harm than good. And the only person that I think it would affect would be someone that he probably could really go after is if it's someone that's very, very high fame, or someone in the boxing realm of things was saying it. But other than that, going after Joe Schmo that might post a comment or a YouTube video that probably didn't gain any kind of traction. Nah, can't go anywhere. There's not enough money. But anyway,
hey,
Hez jumps in here at the last minute. Oh my gosh!
I know we're getting ready to end the live thing. He's just not
he's just coming in. And it's like, hey, Hez, how's it going? Yep. Hey, Hez, I got some news for you here, buddy. I just followed the tracker. I think you'll appreciate this one. But yeah, guys, great show. Enjoyed the topics that we covered today. Fun things. Everyone, please like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Yeah, please. That helps me out. Ray, you have anything you want to plug?
No. What am I plugging?
Okay. And Mr.
She said she was gonna plug the clock into the wall.
Mr. Thomas, you don't have anything to plug, right?
No, all my clocks are plugged in.
Yep. Outstanding. So, hey, everybody, until the next time, take care of yourself. Have a good night. Hey, Hez, if you want to, we'll send you a link and you can join us in the after party.